Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. This is your T-shirt historian, and here we are with session 2 of Darwin's World, using the Other Dust RPG system developed by Kevin Crawford. Yes, that's right. If you're playing that drinking game, every time I say Kevin Crawford or endorse a Kevin Crawford game, you may drink now. Alrighty. Well, let's see. We're so prepared today. I'm sorry, I'm like operating on very little sleep, but that's the usual case. I should be used to it by now, right? Should be. By the way, I saw this and thought it was kind of hilarious because I felt called out. I'm sure you British people will appreciate this. Anyway. All right. Let's see. When we last left our intrepid survivors, you had managed to clean out an old Titan missile silo. Actually, it's not. It's the silo, but it's also like all the connecting complex, the whole complex. And kind of turned that into a little base of sorts, and encountered wandering tribals who took shelter with you guys for the night, which ended up actually becoming a few weeks because the radiation storm that blew through was something else. But in that time, you managed to pick up their language, so you're able to communicate with the natives now. And their language is like a weird mix of Asiatic languages, some English, and just patterings of other things. A little bit of Spanish, a little bit of just a strange kind of a patois of language. It doesn't really resemble English anymore. It's kind of like actual English, how it's like, German pretending it's trying to be French or something.
Franglais.
Yeah. What's that?
Franglais is a thing.
Yeah.
Franglais? French
Franglais.
English?
Yes.
Like
for the shopping, the weekend.
Oh, I was about to say it's something they speak over in like Montreal or something.
No, it's English people that have done GCSE French.
And the French who don't care about being told off for using English. The French get very shirty about that sort of thing.
I've noticed about that. Yeah.
Very, very linguistically protective.
I can understand that. It's like I get whenever
if you go to France and you don't even make any effort to speak French, often they'll just speak French to you.
Oh.
But if you at least make an effort, then people usually are fluent in English there because they learn it in school. And I can kind of understand why you would be like that, given the reputation of British holiday makers.
I don't know. I always usually come out of my skin whenever I hear people mispronounce Spanish words. Example, Legacy Killa, whose streams I usually watch, was talking about sections of Night City. And then he said the word that just made me just like literally cringe and want to reach through the screen and strangle him. Was he talked about Rancho Coronado. And I just about died. I was like, it's Coronado.
Roll the R.
Every time I go to the takeaway, it's like, can I get some jalapeno poppers? And it's like, the jalapeno poppers.
Oh, God. That
get fajita seasoning on my chips. Yep, fajita seasoning.
Oh, geez. No, stop. Jesus. Oh, yeah. It's Fajitas. Fajitas.
Oh.
I've actually just started saying fajita because the guy understands what I'm saying now when I do that. And it makes me cringe every time.
Jalapeno. Jalapeno. You know, it's not like the J-A is like an H.
Yeah, and there's that like accent thing over the end.
Yeah, although I'm starting to understand now why Grim gets testy every time somebody says the word herbs. See?
or say my name wrong.
How do they say your name wrong?
There's borough or borough. It's like you have boroughs in America, so you should be able to pronounce it.
All right. All right. So let's see. I have to figure out how to get new characters in. This is always kind of fun with this particular setting. I briefly thought about it. It was like, we shouldn't have any new players on, considering the way that everyone started. But I thought, that's not fair, because people, get busy. They have to drop out, or they have to come in, or whatever.
I mean, we didn't stray that far from where we woke up, and we weren't particularly thorough with checking all of the other pods. So it's entirely possible the fourth player could have woken up in a pod.
Yeah.
Either before or after us.
Just wandered off without them.
Or this particular scenario, which I had in mind. Well, the tribals are, leading you back to their village since the radiation storm has passed. And, Frank, are you awake?
I am.
Okay, just checking. Because you were so silent for so long. I figure he's like, he's either bored out of his mind or he went to the loo or something.
Well, you can listen to my smoker's cough if you like in the background, or I'll go on mute.
The radiation storm has actually kind of kicked the sand around quite a bit and uncovered what looks like a low tunnel or entrance or something. A pretty fair distance from the Titan silo.
But still within visible distance?
Yeah. Well, don't all speak at once.
Well, I felt like I was over-dominating the session last time, so I thought I'd give more space for other people.
Oh.
I mean, I'm quite happy for Den, who seems to be the only sensible one to be the de facto party leader, to be honest.
What, you don't want the religious fanatic to be in charge?
No, the religious fanatic and the doom and gloom doctor probably aren't the best people to be telling us where to go.
Well, I will try to speak to our native guides then and say, is that on the way to where we need to go?
Well, using their limited communication, though, I'll tell you it's not on the way, but since it's not so far, you could check it out if you want.
Seems like a good idea.
Because they obviously haven't seen it before either. Of course, they're still not sure about where you came from because they've never seen where you came from either.
Well, no. I'm not about to give that away just in case. Okay, so I guess load up with whatever supplies we've managed to scrounge together in the intervening month. And any water transportation gear we've managed to put together.
Mm-hmm.
And then head out so they can lead us to what passes for civilization. But stop off at the tunnel first.
Do we have any trade goods we can bring with us?
You have an inventory, so what you want to bring with you is what you want to bring with you. You just have to figure out how to distribute it.
Just having a look at what's in my equipment.
You have a lot of junk parts. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we could probably trade some of those computer valves with them as like trinkets.
Yeah. Maybe some of the shields and other bits and pieces.
Well, the guides will show you these little gray scale-like things. They're more or less, of the same size. They're just a little bit different here and there, but they'll tell you that in the civilized lands, this is what people trade for goods with.
Any idea what they are?
They'll tell you it's the civilized people call them corium pieces.
Well, where we're from, these, and I'll show them some computer valves, are a highly valued commodity that are traded for things.
Well, these people have no technology that would work with, but
No,
In-
I'm kind of relying on the fact that they have no idea what they are.
yeah, they don't know what they are.
Yeah, these are like money. Do you have money?
Yeah, they'll show you the corium pieces. These are what's considered money. We do everything on barter system, but people from bigger settlements with lots of people use the corium pieces, or maybe they would give you corium for those.
Well, hopefully they'll be willing to swap. These are very valuable money where we're from.
If you say so.
Well, valuable things, anyway.
Well, the woman will mention something about there's at least one trade group out there that uses bottle caps.
Of course there is.
All right. Well, what's the party doing?
Well, head out towards this exposed tunnel first, then.
Right. Yeah, it's like I said, it's you kind of found it on the way to their village, so you're already in the process of traveling from the Titan silo. Yeah, it's like a half buried entrance into the earth somewhere.
And is it recognizable to our 21st century brains as contemporary architecture?
Oh yeah, because you can see old cement steps and a stone archway.
Well, then I guess we should check it out.
All right. You come to a. You have to. It takes you a little bit of time to clear it, but there's a door. Big metal one.
Is it locked?
It does appear to be locked.
Is it locked in any serious way?
It's like an old. It almost kind of reminds you of like one of those old ship doors or something like that. It's got the big wheel to keep it closed.
Give it an experimental tug to see if it'll move.
Oh, that squeal is horrible. But
I've heard worse.
yeah, a couple of you work on it, and you could probably get it open.
Yeah, I could
Give me a hand.
give you a hand with it. I'm not very strong, but
All right. Well, both of y'all throw me 2 die 8s.
Plus strength, yeah.
Yes, plus strength.
13.
Nice.
12.
All right. Yeah. So between the two of you, and I guess Frank is sitting back and supervising.
Absolutely. Somebody's got to keep an eye on these demons that we're seemingly just wandering around with.
Oh, come on. They look like perfectly formed humans, except for, the weird, bug eyeballs on one of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, you'll get the door open. Yeah, it'll squeal and kind of like scream in protest as it opens. As soon as it opens, you can see like lights that are kind of flickering, trying to turn on.
Still power after all this time. Maybe it's linked to our complex.
So what can we see in there?
There's some more steps down, and then there's a tunnel with a lot of conduit piping.
Okay, slowly edge down.
I'm going to yell out, hello, is anyone home? Just in case, because if it's someone's house, you don't want to just...
Every monster in here just heard you come in. So,
How did the demons react to us fertling around?
they have a mixture of awe and kind of like some cautious curiosity. I mean, they'd like to know what's in here too, but at the same time, they also recognize that getting into old stuff tends to be dangerous.
Well, since nobody's replied, I'm going to casually walk down the steps.
Right? Yeah.
If he wants to go in front, he can.
Okay. Yeah, it's all.
There's no reason to worry, I guess.
It's all concrete construction down here. Like I said, there's conduit piping. It seems kind of familiar. I mean, as the lighting flickers on and off, you realize it's kind of like, hey, this is kind of the same complex you guys came out of.
Just a different part. Okay.
They got the same floor plan from what we can tell from what we've seen so far.
Yeah, from what you can tell, it's almost identical to the same one that you were in.
Right, let's go and raid the lockers.
Yep.
Frank loiters at the top of the stairs until he's left alone with these two bug-eyed creatures loitering in the sand, and at that point scuttles after his compatriots.
I was about to say they'll probably push past you to go in because they're more curious to see what's down here.
Oh, that's even worse, being left alone on the surface. Oh, I'll go.
Yeah, you'll come to another heavy metal door inside. It'll open, and inside, it's flickering lights. You can see like several cryo tubes that are real similar to the ones that you were in. Almost the exact same manufacture and style.
I'll scrub off the dust and see if anyone on this side has made it.
Kind of getting to be a familiar sight of skeletonized or otherwise huskified corpses.
Well, good news is we're not going to run out of jerky for a while.
They're all dead then.
Everybody's dead then.
But you do see the light on one of them is still on.
Okay. I'll scrub the dust off that one. Take a look inside.
Oh, there's a guy inside. Looks like he's more or less healthy. You can see the lights inside the pod are kind of guttering a little bit.
Is there an activation sequence to open it?
Yeah, there's like a
big green button that says defrost.
sort of, yeah. There's like a it's got like two little things that you could turn at the same time, and it'll start the thawing process.
Okay, well, he's busy raiding the lockers, so I'll do my best to turn both things at the same time.
All right. Figure out what's in the lockers. Yeah, you'll get the sequence started. Yeah, it'll start to thaw him out.
Okay, I shall stand by and wait. If anyone thinks I'm distracted, it's because I'm fixing our form fillable character sheets because I goofed.
I understand.
From our experience of this, did these pods have identifying numbers, and were those identifying numbers on our lockers?
Yes.
Okay, so this guy has an identifying number on his pod, which presumably means he has a corresponding locker number. So I am going to go and find his locker and start unpacking his gear ready for him when he wakes.
As you're about to say, start raiding his shit before he gets out.
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm already raiding his shit before he gets out. I'm specifically looking for any Xanax or Valium, or I'll settle for Cocodamol, and anything that'll keep me relaxed.
There's something that's just wrong about this, but funny.
Frank is very, very smug, witnessing the doctor's kind of chemical decompression going on in real time. as he gets more and more anxious, Frank gets more and more smug and sort of, gives him a little smile. Taps the Bible in his hip pocket.
Thou shalt not steal.
We're a couple of weeks in, so I've just ran out of Xanax.
Yeah, it'll take me a couple of minutes to figure out what's in the lockers, because I've got to find that sheet and open it. And nothing is labeled. There we go. This might help. So, yeah, Thomas.
Yes.
Yes. You already know that you were supposed to be, locked in here for just, a few months or so, maybe a couple of years, until the virus of unspecified Asian origin passed.
Can I see everyone outside of the pod right now?
No, not necessarily, because because right now light hurts. So you're really trying to keep your eyes shaded and stuff, and kind of reaching out blindly. You can, of course, speak at this point.
Is anyone out there?
And your voice kind of comes out kind of raspy and desalinated a little bit.
Welcome to the world of tomorrow.
Oh, Jesus.
If somebody would do that joke.
Yes.
Oh, go ahead.
There's people out here. There's us. Why don't you, try and adjust to the light and sit up?
Okay, fine. I don't suppose any of you are with my commanding officer.
No.
In a manner of speaking, says Frank.
It's like, is that him in the tube next to you? Yeah, I don't think he's.
Can we say that he's actually in the tube next to me?
Sure. Yeah, he's yeah. If you look at the tube next to you, yeah. If they wiped it off, yeah, you could see a huskified corpse that looks like it tried to claw its way out of this thing with a the expression of pure terror on its face.
Jesus, what have I ended up in? This is fresh. How have I ended up in? Because I just went to sleep. I said goodbye to no one except my dog, I think. And what are those things? And I point over at the mutants.
Yeah, there's a lot for you to catch up on.
They just look like people. They're just,
They did have visible mutations, as I recall,
Yeah, they had like a
like
dog face.
lizard muzzle or something.
yeah. One has a muzzle, the other one has insect eyes.
So yeah, I mean we've all been through this a bit, but I think we'll let you find your feet for a minute.
Okay. Thanks, man. And he gets out of the pod. He goes and acclimates himself as best he can to the situation. And as soon as he sees the lockers, he goes over to his. And does he see that it's open already?
Well, hold on a minute there. You're kind of jumping the gun a little bit there.
Oh, sorry.
Dr. Jones, you ready to start writing until your hand bleeds?
Yep.
All right. So, here's what you found in this particular set of lockers. The clothing that's in here is probably mostly not in great shape, but some of it's still, passable. I mean, it's old clothing, so probably survived. But there's a strange device that you're not sure what it is. It kind of has settings and inputs and stuff on it on the front of it, like kind of reminds you of a cell phone, but with actual buttons on it, like an old BlackBerry, and a screen and some kind of microphone thingy on it.
Okay.
There is also a very obvious Geiger counter.
Cool.
We're going to see some government land.
Let's see, there are 4 kind of cattle prod looking devices that look suitable for beating people up with. Several more of these astronaut pens. Lots more of these little boxes of Prussian blue. Some more ion bonding tape. A few survival kits. A few first aid kits.
Blue is there?
What?
How much Prussian blue is there?
There's about 4 or 5 boxes of those little tabs.
Okay. There's more duct tape.
Yep. There's a few more Leatherman multi-purpose tools and lots more of those little glow sticks.
Yay!
And there are also 4 9mm pistols and about 40 rounds of ammo.
Okay.
Actually,
I'll pocket the pistols and ammo before the mutants show up.
Actually, I odd as it is, I think most boxes of ammo are like 25 rounds or something. Yeah. We're calling it 20-round boxes.
Okay.
So there's 2 20-round boxes and 4 pistols, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll pocket those before the monster people arrive in the room, because we don't want them knowing we've got more guns. Did I find any drugs?
No.
I am going to start getting very erratic. with 4 pistols.
Well, what now?
Okay, well, let's offer some of the clothing to the mutants.
The mutants are, they look at the clothing. They're kind of like, they'll ask you, like, what's wrong with what we're wearing?
Oh, nothing. I just thought, maybe some new clothes might be nice.
Maybe you should save it for the new person.
Yeah, nothing says post-apocalyptic chic like a sort of slightly tatty Fred Perry polo shirt, right?
There you go. There you go.
But in is it Blackwell, Mr. Blackwell? I see here.
Yes, that's me.
In his locker, I guess it would be for him to describe what's in there. Is it like military fatigues rather than civilian clothes, that sort of thing?
Yeah, probably. It's probably like the equivalent to military fatigues that were around in 2018. So, yeah, probably a coat.
Digital camo shit.
Yeah.
So when Thomas comes into the room with the lockers, I'm going to notice him and be like, who the fuck are you?
He's another tube steak, like the rest of us.
Tube steak. He's another freeze-dried American.
Oh, fucking hell. Are you going to need counseling?
I don't know, will I?
He doesn't.
I'm a therapist.
He doesn't
I think as a
know.
military person, I'm used to bottling things up.
He doesn't know everything yet.
He's going to need a fucking therapist.
Frank spies an opportunity here, having retrieved Blackwell's equipment. Walk up to him with a sort of actually a genuine smile, holding out his fatigues and whatever else he can carry from the locker, and also one of our water carrying devices. I kind of figured that we've got those. We made those tubes last time, didn't we, with sort of metal tubes and tape? So I imagine that we've got them around on sort of shoulder straps and things, a bit like sort of musket apostles or something. So we're carrying
Nice.
a couple of dozen of them each, and I'll hand him one of those. You're probably thirsty. Here.
Thanks, man. What's your name? And kicks the water.
Frank Tilton.
What was your job before all this?
Same as it is now.
Okay.
And this is Dr. Jones, and I'm Den.
Den. Would I be familiar with that name from pop culture in 2018?
I don't know. I don't think Den was that big of a rocker.
No, probably not. Rich enough to get in a pod, but that was about it.
Nice to meet you all. I don't suppose you can tell me what the hell is going on?
Basically, everyone you know is dead.
Way to ease him into it.
Everyone you ever cared about is dead. And there's these guys. Did we get their names? If we did,
Probably.
I've forgotten them. I mean,
I'm sure I mentioned them last time.
Oh no, I'm saying this in character. Yeah, these guys that found where we were staying, and we're off to go visit their town.
Try and find some vestige of civilization.
Yeah, a bit of an exchange of culture. For Den, maybe an exchange of bodily fluids.
I don't think he's that hard up.
And Frank, I think, wants to preach the word of God to them, or maybe. Yeah, so that's about the long and short of it. But Yeah, the main thing to keep in mind is that everything you cared about is gone.
Well, can't say I'm surprised.
I guess considering when we went into the pods, that's accurate.
Yeah.
Still,
So,
you need to
what's the
prepare
outside
yourself for
world
when we
look
go
like?
out.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, you just need to prepare yourself for when we go outside.
Okay. Well, he gets his water, he drinks it. Should I finish this or not? He says.
Probably not.
Okay. He caps it and then puts it back on his belt. Well, I don't suppose we can go outside right now, can we?
We can.
Yeah, you might want to have a look at this. What I found first, and I'll hand the Geiger counter over.
Is
I
it?
don't know how good an idea it is being outside, and maybe we should have found one of these before.
I turn the Geiger counter on. Do I hear any ticking of the Geiger counter in the silo?
Well, you're not in a silo, but you're just in an underground,
My bad.
Just a bunker.
just a bunker.
But do I hear any of the Geiger counter going off here?
Well, considering that the level of background radiation in the world overall is increased, yeah, you'll hear a little bit.
Okay.
Not enough to concern you, but
But would my character know about like what the background radiation of the Earth was prior to the apocalypse?
well, I mean, I figure, yeah, you probably have some idea.
There's probably
Yeah.
markings on the counter for what's normal, what's elevated, and yeah.
I think just from
So I
pop
take it there
culture,
was a
most of
war
us
of some
probably
kind.
would recognise if a Geiger counter don't sound like background radiation, just from playing video games and stuff like that.
Frankly,
Yeah.
I'm amazed it still has any power. But
Who knows? Maybe it's nuclear powered.
that would be ironic.
Yeah, so that's what it sounds like when we're underground. We've not had one of these above ground. I don't know if we're better off staying down here.
Well, those lovely people over there seem to be doing well enough.
Have you seen them?
Yeah.
They've had generations to adapt, but I don't think we can stay down here. There's nothing to eat. There's no water in this place. At least there was water in the other place, and that's probably more radioactive. No, we should try and find wherever they're settled.
Okay, let's go then.
All right. Well, before we go as well, anyone know what this thing is? And I'll get the sort of BlackBerry-looking device out. And
It's a BlackBerry. People used to text using actual buttons instead of the screen.
is that what it is?
That's what it looks like. Can I make a pre-tech roll to try and figure out what it is?
Sure, actually.
2d8 plus intelligence, I guess.
Yep.
10.
It's a actually pretty advanced language translator.
Ooh. Okay. Actually, I think it's a translation device of some sort.
Has Thomas heard the mutants talk yet?
Yeah, I mean, and they talk to each other. You don't understand what the hell they're saying, but
So that's a universal translator, right?
Well, it's a translator. Probably needs charging.
Let's see if we can turn it on.
Yeah, you're gonna need some batteries for this thing.
It's also presumably going to need to be updated with a data set that includes 25th century language structures.
Yes, that might be harder to find. But it might be able to translate individual words if it's got language recognition. Don't know. We'll have to find out if we can charge it.
Didn't you guys find batteries in the last session or something? Probably not for this thing in particular, but I do think I remember you finding batteries.
They found E-cells and stuff like that, yeah.
That's not on my sheet. Got 100 gallons of kerosene, which we're probably not able to carry. So.
I was about to say, I don't think you're carrying it with you.
No.
I just happen to carry 100 gallons of kerosene, just in case I want to burn down everything.
So when there's like an opportune moment to slip a pistol, well, couple of pistols to Den, without anyone else noticing, I'm going to try and do that.
And some more ammo?
Yeah, and a box of ammo.
Well, I mean, if you're trying to be covert about it, I guess I'll have to give everybody a. All right, so we're gonna make an opposed check. So you'd make a dex plus any kind of stealth, and everybody else would have to roll a perception check.
And perception is just what, like 2d8?
Wisdom.
Yeah,
Okay.
wisdom based.
Is it 2d8 again?
Yes. Everything's 2d8, unless it's a
I've got an
d20.
8.
I got a 15.
I got a 6, but that's mostly because I'm being so solicitous of. What is your rank, Mr. Blackwell?
I don't know.
That's okay. That's the person I didn't want to know I had guns anyway.
The bug-eyed mutant definitely spotted it.
So
He doesn't seem to say anything, but
well, I rolled a 15. So is that like do I know
You would
what's
have
going on?
noticed me passing guns to Den then, I guess, but it's
Yep.
up to you if you want to say anything.
here's your gun, mate.
Yeah, Frank, hold on a second. Those guns over there. Do you mind if I have one if everything seems to have gone to shit like it seems like it has?
After you've seen what's above ground and before you go apeshit,
Okay.
you want
to
to
know.
make sure you're going to behave before you have access to deadly weapons.
Good to know. Thank you.
Before I forget, yes, there were also 4 survival knives in that cache.
I
What?
have
Well,
combat primitive, so I can't use the knives.
Sorry, what?
Oh, the combat skill. Isn't there like combat primitive or something?
combat
like that?
primitive, yeah.
Yeah.
Some skills you can do without the skill, though.
Oh,
Yeah, you
I
can,
think there's a penalty.
yeah. It's a -1 if you have no skill whatsoever.
okay, cool.
Otherwise it's a 0.
Well, then that means that because I didn't have perception, I actually rolled a 14 and not a 15.
Still high enough.
Okay.
Right. Daylight's wasting. We should let our mutant friends lead us to their home camp and do our best to keep up.
Yeah.
And I
There's
follow.
there's nothing else going on. Yeah. Yeah,
I'll keep an eye on Thomas in case he freaks out.
Yeah. Thomas will step up above ground. You knew that you were out in the Nevada desert somewhere. It still looks like the Nevada desert, although kind of worse.
How worse?
Well, even in a desert, there's usually some kind of plant life.
I see.
This particular desert looks like there kind of is plant life, but it definitely looks like it's had some alterations. Little known facts, I mean, things that people don't take into consideration, is the fact that plants will actually change their colors to absorb, the light spectrums that they need to survive. So therefore, if you had conditions like, say, nuclear fallout and overcast for long periods of time, different spectrums will come through and plants will change their color. So there's a lot of plants out here that are red.
That's weird.
You all right?
Yeah, I guess we'll see when I get to the village. But right now, I'm like, I'm under control right now.
Okay. Right. Ask the mutants to lead the way.
Yeah, they'll start, leading you through the desert. They'll travel for a day. Have to stop and make camp. Nightfall is coming on.
Well, we've got scraps of various creatures we killed. So.
Yeah, they actually have to pull out materials that they brought with them to make a campfire, because it's not like they have wood available readily.
We've got 100 gallons of kerosene.
Yeah, but you didn't bring it all with you. I mean, it's possible you could have brought some with you. But,
Yeah.
Did we not put all the kerosene in the generator?
No, it couldn't hold it all.
Yeah, don't think all of it would fit. So. We probably used a lot of it, but still.
Yeah. It's up to you if you brought any with you. I mean, it's possible you could have put it in smaller containers and brought it with you. It's just that somebody has to carry all this shit. So.
But we also haven't seen any sign of high-tech civilization anywhere near, have we?
In the desert? No.
Yes.
Those ants certainly look high-tech.
At least they're not fire ants that are giant.
They do have the giant cockroaches in this game.
Mm-hmm.
The 25 hit dice
Don't
cockroaches.
they also have giant ants? I think I remember seeing that somewhere.
They do have giant ants. Yes. Well, as I said, the mutants are using stuff that they brought with them to get a fire going. You guys can make a spot check.
So perception, right?
Mm-hmm.
I will do so.
5.
11.
15.
Actually, it's probably a 10 because it's a -1 since I don't have perception.
14.
15 and 14 will catch this real quickly. One of the things that they pull out that they're going to use for fire starting material. How to describe this? How do they describe it? Let me see. Un momento. It's some kind of a catalog. And when they reach over to get one of the pictures, you see there's a full page nude of a woman on one of the pages.
In a catalog.
Huh?
Sorry, there's a full page what?
Nude. It doesn't look like necessarily the most provocative posing. That I mean, it's just a nude woman standing there in a picture. But
Oh, so it's, they're burning porn.
well, the cover of the thing that they've got says "Loving Homemaker."
Kinks got weird before the end of the world.
Whoa! Don't burn that.
Well, look at you, kind of confused. We need something to start the fire with.
They don't speak my language. Don't burn that. How you fucking work this translator thing?
Well, you don't need the translator thing.
We've got no power.
Yeah, you've been amongst them long enough to be able to speak some of their language.
I am also English and have a very low.
Oh, gotcha. You're
What?
one of those people who goes to India and demands that all the English speak.
Yeah.
Let me translate. I have good charisma.
Yeah, they're burning porn. Don't let them do that.
Frank, you have no input on this?
As long as they're going to burn it, he doesn't care. Have at it, gentlemen.
This is like this is on par for me if they were like burning a Bible for you.
Please don't burn that yet. It's something from our time. Can we have a look?
Yeah, they'll hand it to you. I mean, they'll just pick out some alternate stuff to start the fire with.
There you go, Dr. Jones. If you go behind that patch of cacti, we won't be able to see or hear you.
Oh, it's all right. I'll hang on to this until later for further study.
Well, actually, since you and Den have handled it, you can kind of see it's maybe not what you thought it was. It is a catalog.
For Russian brides?
No, it appears to be mail order loving homemaker robotic partners. And it's full of pictures of different models.
Any of them hot?
All of them are hot.
Could I fap to it?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay,
you know,
then it's porn. I don't remember robotics being quite this advanced when we went in.
Japan, probably.
Well, there is a lot of Asian markings on it, but these are tasteful, but still somewhat more graphic than what you would be used to in 2020s.
Yeah,
of course, the catalog is actually listed for the year 2042. So,
can I do a quick history check to see if I remember that Pornhub was going to start doing robotics? Because they were.
They are.
They are. But I don't know if my character would know that.
I guess. I mean,
right skill. There is a history skill. Yeah, history.
Yeah, why not roll it? I mean,
6. I don't know what passes on this.
A 6 doesn't. I mean, yeah, you may. I mean, in 2023, it's kind of common knowledge that some people are starting to work on that stuff since robots are starting to pick up popularity. You hadn't actually heard about anybody building anything like as advanced as these, though.
I'm more concerned with the fact that clearly the virus stopped being a problem before 2040, whatever, and they never woke us up.
Yes, that's your first clue. That
Doesn't that bother you, Jones?
Sorry, I was preoccupied by these pictures. Yeah, that is a bit odd. Think they forgot about us?
Or this was the plan all along, maybe?
What, to let everyone in those things die? And we just got lucky. You're starting
Well,
to sound like God Boy over here.
God boy.
well, I mean, keeping us in there, they could have asset stripped us. You know, it cost a lot in terms of loans and stuff to be able to be frozen like that. Who knows what they got up to? I mean, it's turned out in our favor, I guess, in that we're still alive and they're long dead. But I don't know. It worries me.
I wouldn't say
As it
like
should.
I wouldn't say being here now is in our favour. Like I would much rather have woken up in whatever time this is from and had one of these robot brides.
Surely, as a doctor, you had your pick.
Yeah, you say that. I mean, I'm what you might call an incel.
Right.
Nobody
Okay.
would admit that.
Oh, some do.
No, it's a badge of honor.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna go and sit with the mutants.
I don't want to sit next to this damn incel. Get the fuck away from me. Even in the apocalypse, nobody wants to hang out with an incel.
Frank sidles over to. I'm rather arbitrarily. I might promote or demote him, Sergeant Blackwell.
I don't know what his rank is. I mean, he might not even remember because of difficulties in the freeze tube.
I presumptively his fatigues have some kind of mark of rank. I don't know.
Do they?
I don't know.
Well, I'm
They-
asking that.
They do. He's a PFC.
Private first class.
He's pretty much fresh out of. He's like fresh graduate.
At
Previous blushing
34?
conscript.
Yep.
At 34, though? Maybe you should make me younger.
Maybe you're just crap.
Yeah.
A stellar military career of 30 years that saw him catapulted to the rank of corporal. So yes, Frank will sort of sidle up to Private Blackwell and sort of sit down. The doctor there, his attitude is instructive. He doesn't yet understand. He still clings to this little raft in the middle of the storm.
Your American accent is the best.
But here, and I hand him my pistol, which has 9 rounds in it, for the record.
Thank you, Frank. I think I'll regret this, but if you ever need anything, I'll try to help.
Of course, I know you will.
Well, I'll just go stand over there now.
Help the mutants as best I can fit out the rest of the camp. Trying to learn something from what they're doing. Have some scran and something to drink, and take watches until morning, I suppose.
Yeah.
I wonder if any of these robot brides are still around. I mean, they're robots, so
I mean, maybe.
maybe I didn't miss out on having a robot bride.
I mean, they won't have had upkeep in a long time.
That's all right. Give them a bit of a clean.
Full of bugs in both senses.
Yeah, but you don't need them to, talk, do you?
Well, I suppose. Is there a address for a factory or an outlet in the catalog?
Yes, there is. The nearest outlet looks like it's in Reno.
Right. But we don't really know where we are or where we're going. Perhaps we can find a map and compass and stuff later on and figure out where we are.
Do you have a compass?
Oh, right. Okay. Still need...
We know roughly where we are, don't we?
Nevada, I believe.
Yeah, somewhere in Nevada.
It's a state. Look at the state of it.
I mean, it's kind of big. It's America, so
It's all right. Can't be that hard to find something. We know what state we're in. If we keep walking one direction long enough, we'll find something.
I think you misunderstand the size of the U.S. or what it used to be. Anyways, this is akin to walking through Australia.
Yeah,
America's big, really big. You just won't believe how mind-bogglingly big it is.
You've got to hit something if you keep walking. And then once you hit that something, you can navigate from there.
Oh, that's true. That's always true.
Well, maybe we can figure out more precisely where we are if we go with the tribe to some kind of civilization where we might be able to find food, drink, better survival gear, that sort of thing.
And there might be
I
outsiders who can point us to bigger settlements.
They've probably built their civilization up there from something that existed before, so...
Right, so they might know where Reno is.
And then I can get myself a robot wife.
Yeah. Or we might be able to find some other remnants of technology that we can put to good use and, other facilities and things so we can get some semblance of real civilization going.
But more importantly, I might be able to get myself a robot wife.
Yeah, I admit it's a bit of a stretch saying Reno is a solution to civilization, but still.
Well, I'm gonna spend some time looking through this catalogue, see if there's any my fancy.
Throughout this entire conversation, Frank has just been looking across at Private Blackwell with a sort of "you see" expression.
Yeah, you're gonna regret waking up in that cryo chamber. I wish you'd stayed asleep.
So we're not devoured by radioactive fuckweasels during the night, I take it.
Well,
Oh, did anyone check the Geiger counter when we got outside?
I did, certainly. I think I was the last one holding it.
How irradiated are we?
What? You guys?
Yeah.
I mean, you've had a little bit. You were a little bit sick from the radiation, but it wasn't too bad. I mean, you took some of those Prussian blue pills, and things got better. Tangling with that creature.
I think so long as the Geiger counter doesn't sound like a Rudyard Kipling story about a mongoose, we should be all right. So does anything eat us in the night or not?
Well, actually, I'm checking my tables. Hold on.
And just for the record, even after a month, Frank will never ever let his or his fellow civilizational creatures be in the hands of these demons. So they are not going to take watch on their own without one of us being awake.
That's a good thing.
Can I see if Frank is any more or less radioactive than the rest of us?
Well, Frank's grasp of radiological technology is such that even if it just gives a sort of background, he's going to read that as, he's fatally radiated.
Actually, Den is probably more radioactive than everybody because he's eaten more damage from the pit creature. But
True. Yeah. So if you hold it up to me, it sounds like you're having a conversation with a dolphin.
mm-mm. Well, during the night, who's going to be on watch?
Well, we're going to take it in turns, but Frank is going to stay up when the mutants are on guard.
For sure.
Okay. So I need first watch to go ahead and roll 2d8 for their perception. Make sure that they're...
I'll go first.
Okay.
I suppose Thomas will go second.
I see nothing. I got 5.
This is going to feel familiar then.
Is my throat torn out by a very, very quick wolf?
No, remember I was taking a shit and got bit in the ass, and then no.
True.
Okay. Well, it's normally the party gets to go first, but this is kind of a surprise round. So I'll have to see who gets nommed on.
Nom.
Nom. Monomonom. Dun, 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 dun. Monomonom. Dun, 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 dun. Monomonom. You guys don't know that one?
Of course we do.
Yeah.
The Minamina song from them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a longer version of the Muppet Show here. They had included more stuff because we have less adverts in our TV.
Okay, yeah, but you're still not selling me on moving there.
National Health Service. Free healthcare.
We have guns.
Free healthcare.
We have guns. We just have sane legislation for them. Well, sometimes.
All right. Well, Den is on watch, so... Oh, my God. Yeah, of course you got critted. Well, yes, in a repeat of a game that you're very familiar with, yes, in fact, this coyote-looking creature, except for the fur and skin having sloughed off on different parts of the body that leaves wet, tumored musculature beneath.
Lovely.
Huge bumps and misshapen limbs. And eyes clouded over with cysts, which glow with a subtle green radiance at night. This wolf thing will attack you and deal 4 points of damage to you.
Ow.
Yeah.
Right. Where's my character sheet gone? There it is.
We got any stim packs left?
I hope so.
I don't know. Right. I scream out in pain, hoping to wake someone up. And
But the others will be dealing with theirs. Hold on.
Okay.
There's more than one. Thomas! You definitely felt something nuzzling around your where you were sleeping. Your sleeping mat. Frank, you are wakened up. You were awakened by something getting into your stuff.
Doctor, leave it alone.
Dr. Jones, you are also woken up by something that's bothering you. And Den actually has an extra one on. Well, actually, no, the extra one is dealing with the mutants. So everybody is awake now. It is the party's turn. Yes, you see 5 of these misshapen, just tumorous, patchy furred coyote wolf things. They look savage.
Can I throw a gun to Frank and shoot one of them?
I will allow it.
Because Frank gave his gun away.
Actually, he gave it to me.
Yeah.
So technically, I took it.
Let's laser pistol one of these. Was it D20 for rolling to hit?
Yes, it is.
I rolled a 4, so I've missed.
Your beam of coherent light lances into the night ineffectively. Probably.
We hit anything with that.
I haven't.
Yes, it will. It will hit a patch of the sand, causing it to turn into green glass.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Can I shoot my gun now?
You may shoot your gun. It's the party's initiative.
And do I get a further bonus for my strength, or no? Because that's for combat with melee weapons. My bad.
I was about to say, yeah, you're not hitting it with your gun.
Okay, so I got an 18.
You got a what?
Plus 2.
You got a what?
An 18. 16
18? Oh yeah, that's good.
plus 2.
That's gonna hit. Roll your damage.
What is my damage for that?
What did I say the damage on those pistols were?
The 9 mils, 1d6.
Yeah, D6. Okay. Not much.
2 damage.
So you do 1 hit dice of damage to this creature. It is still alive.
Damn.
I dig my pistol into the side of the thing that's attacking me and fire.
Okay.
Right. That's 15. No,
Good
16.
Shot. Oh, yeah, even better. Good shot.
Okay, and I rolled a 5.
Okay. That is, I believe what the cutoff was 6, wasn't it? Was it 5 or 6? I'm gonna have to look it up, aren't I?
Probably. I don't think I kept it handy.
It's all right. I should have had this up anyway. I will post it in the private chat really quick. As soon as I find it. I always forget the cutoff between 1 or 2 damage. But okay, 2 through 5 is 1 point. 6 through 9 is 2. And there it is in private chat.
Action.
So you did 1 point. You got 5.
Yeah, rolled a 5.
Okay, it's still alive. All right.
Does it look like this leprous thing is busier snuffling through my pack than it actually trying to bite me?
It looks like it basically pulled whatever you were using to cover yourself against the cold of the desert night off of you, and it was about to eat you, but this horrible glowing green-eyed thing is like standing over you.
That's unfortunate.
But unfortunately, Dr. Jones just threw a pistol at you.
Yeah, those are exactly the operative words as he kind of, black comedically sort of, juggles it. So it's over me. So and I just how has the fire been allowed to die down?
No, the fire's still going. It's just these things have no fear when there's enough of them.
Yeah, there you go. So that answers at least 2 questions in one go. Brilliant. Right, so I'll shoot the fucker.
Oh yeah. Grimm's got the right idea. Right there in the background.
Right. Oh, I don't know how disastrous is a 1 on a d20 in this system.
Yeah. Okay. You pull the trigger. Gun goes click. You forgot. You got the safety catch on.
They keep telling me about that.
Tribals are busy dealing with theirs. It is their turn. Okay. Let's see. I got that. All right. The Ravening Hounds. Den. Here's your lucky guy. That thing's almost killed you. Oh God, 19. Gonna hit again. Yeah, these things will kill you very quickly. Ooh. Almost a 4-pointer, but not quite. It's a 2-pointer. So take 2 more points of damage.
Damn you, RNGesus.
Dr. Jones. Dr. Jones, yours will successfully bite you for 2 points of damage.
Okay.
Thomas, yours is, snapping, growling, snarling at you, ineffectively trying to kill you. And Frank, I believe yours will nom you. Because I got a natural 14. I forget what your AC is.
I think, if I remember rightly, the anti-acid sort of jumpsuit I got last time gave me AC 6. Does that sound feasible?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll strike. You will take 2 points of damage from this thing.
Alrighty.
These things bite deeply. It's the party's go. You have a few more hit points than last time, but these things will make a mess out of you pretty quick.
I am going to fire at the one that was ineffectively trying to bite me.
Okay,
That's a 14.
that'll hit.
Okay. 3 damage, so just 1 hit point. Or 1 hit die, or whatever.
Yeah, 1 dice. Okay. You shot it previously, didn't you?
Yep.
Yep, it'll die.
Awesome.
Yeah, it'll emit that mournful, yipping, doggy noise and die. Yep.
Is it possible to dual wield a pistol and the laser gun?
Yeah, I don't think there's any rules for dual wielding. If there are, I don't remember them right offhand. I'll just give you penalties for your offhand.
Okay. Right, so I'm adding my base attack bonus and my combat gunnery skill.
Mm-hmm.
So I rolled a 7, so 9 for the right hand.
Yeah.
So then the laser gun goes off and makes glass again, I guess.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
And the pistol, I rolled even worse.
Jeez. Dr. Flail.
Making a lot of noise.
Yeah, if there's anything else out here in the desert, it knows you're here for sure. If the fire didn't already tell it. That leaves Frank.
I haven't gone yet.
Oh, I thought you did. I'm sorry.
Frank can go first.
Okay, so Frank is hurriedly conducting the drill that Den has tried to for gun-firing guns that Den's tried to beat into his head. Safety off, point down, squeeze the trigger. All right, safety off, squeeze the trigger. Bang. Okay, and that is going to be Oh my god.
What'd you get? Do you know another one?
3.
3?
Mhm.
Yeah. You forgot to cock it. Click. What the? Oh shit! You gotta rack around into it first.
All right.
Hey, it happens to people. They get nervous when they handle a gun, and then they forget. Safety, cock.
You should just beat it to death with the pistol.
Yeah, he'd probably have more success at this point. Okay, Dad.
All right. Shifting tactics. I yank my combat knife from my belt and stab it in the side of the head.
Nice.
And get a crit.
Oh,
This is
perfect.
what, max damage?
Yes, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so 6.
you didn't. No, I'm. Anytime you get a crit, it's an automatic 4 damage. So, yeah, you take your knife out and you just spectacularly you swing and downstroke and literally go right through the neck. The head is literally just hanging there by like a couple of little grisly pieces of string.
Damn,
Throw its
damn.
body off me.
Yes.
Meat, motherfucker.
All right, it's the remaining 3. Actually, there's 4 because one
I
of them's
hope
still
I
attacking the
remember.
tribals.
Didn't I kill mine though?
Oh yeah, you killed yours too. Yeah, so 2 of them are down. So there's 3. Yeah, they're still in fearless mode. Frank. Yes, yours will nibble on you again for a whole 1 point of damage.
All right.
Didn't bite quite as deeply. You managed to get your hand out of the way, even though you were pointing it right at him. And Dr. Jones, you will successfully avoid becoming dog food this round.
Awesome.
It's back to the party.
I'm going to fire again because I am a soldier and I was trained to do this.
Okay, which one are you shooting?
I'll shoot the one next to Frank.
Sure,
That
Dr.
will-
Jones would appreciate it if you killed his, but
Okay, fine. I'll shoot his. I'll shoot Dr. Jones's wolf.
Okay.
16.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. 6. 5. Wow.
Yeah. Dr. Jones, your animal will get hit in the flank. A gunshot goes off.
Okay, so it's still alive.
It's still alive.
Cool. I'm going to waste more ammo and dual wield my laser gun and my pistol.
Okay.
So the laser gun gets a 12.
Let me see if that's gonna hit.
12 hit.
Hang on. I need to reverse AC this real quick. You miss ever so slightly.
Oh, God damn it. Okay, and then the pistol in the offhand gets 9, which won't hit.
No. Okay, Frank.
So this time, he gets it through it. He pulls back the barrel, cocking the pistol. Now, but of course, Den has always told him never have the gun pointed at anything when you're cocking it. So he kind of points it off in the sky. He's so excited by the clicking sound that he pulls the trigger right then and there and shoots off into the sky. I rolled a 9.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah, you held the trigger down after you cocked around it. The gun went off immediately, fired straight off into the air. Good job. Hey, at least you got a round racked in. So
This is all progress, okay?
yes, it is. All right. Well, 2 remaining wolves. Well, there's 3. First one will try to make a meal out of Frank. Not with a 6 though. Apparently your gunshot spooked it enough to where its aim was off. Dr. Jones doesn't have your kind of luck. It knows that Dr. Jones is incompetent because he's firing at it like 6 or 7 times, hadn't hit shit. However, Doggy will walk up to you and like lick you affectionately. Because I got a 1.
It's all those drugs you're sweating out.
Yeah. It's like I'm tasting your fear.
Tastes like chicken.
Tastes like chicken. All right. I'm going to give Dr. Jones and Frank our the first opportunity because I have a feeling that Thomas and Den will kill the remaining 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna take another shot with the laser pistol and the pistol.
Okay. Go through ammo at twice the rate.
So the laser pistol, I rolled a 4, so that's not going to happen. And I rolled a 3 with the pistol, so I need a new die.
God. Yeah, you're just flailing her aim. You need your drugs. It's obvious. Okay, Frank.
Well, somewhere in the night sky, there's a kind of, pustule-riven vulture that's in danger of being hit by a stray round. 5.
Well, it's progress. I mean, you're at least aiming, sort of. Okay, guys.
Right. Trying to hold the blood from my many terrible wounds in, I will shuffle towards the one that's attacking Dr. Jones and shoot at it.
Okay.
And I got a crit.
Yeah. Dr. Jones, you are covered with wolf brains. Its head literally almost flies off onto you. Thomas?
Yes, I am.
Franks is the only one left.
Okay, I will fire at the wolf.
Okay.
9. Damn it.
No, you missed.
And that makes me go down to 6 rounds.
Okay. The tribes people will bring their wolf down. The remaining ravening hound will notice that its friends are all dead and decide that it is no longer fearless and run off into the night. Nobody's. Grim, your camera's doing weird stuff.
Yeah. Can you still hear me?
I can still hear you. It's just you look like you're having an epileptic seizure on the camera.
My whole computer kind of blanked out for a sec. So
there you go.
I thought you were about to go
right.
become the character you portrayed in Cyberpunk Red.
You'll have to do without camera for a bit.
Yep.
This coyote thing that's running off into the night, can I shoot at it as it runs off?
By all means.
Laser pistol will not hit. Pistol will not hit.
Good job. Using up that ammo.
Yeah.
All right, combat's over. What now, guys?
Can we go to higher ground?
In the desert? Well, I mean, yeah, it's surrounded by mountains and stuff out here, but yeah, you'd have to get up and move camp and.
Surely the smell of dead pustulant coyotes will keep anything away.
Ugh.
It's like we can't even eat them. What's the point?
Well, that's my question. Do the demons actually? The demons. We all know who I mean. Do the demons actually attempt to salvage anything from them, or do they just sort of drag them out of the firelight and have done with it?
Considering how sickly and malnourished these things look, probably not. I mean, it's like, you'd have to be pretty desperate to eat a coyote. So.
I think we qualify.
We've got MREs. So yeah, coyote needs to be eaten first. Can we scrape the glowing pustules into an empty glow stick container?
No.
No,
No.
I figured
They
they might
don't-
last longer than a glow stick.
No, the eyes with the cysts and stuff are what glows with a subtle green radiance.
Okay. Not strong enough to be useful, just enough to be sinister.
And sickly and gross. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. I hurt a lot. I am going to call my watch short and lay bleeding on my sleeping roll.
Dr.
Well,
Jones, why don't you help him?
Somebody could attempt to.
He's not that kind of doctor.
Yeah, I'm not that kind of doctor.
Well, you'll
That would
have
be
to
too useful.
However, Frank does have some small medical skill, and we have some basic medical stuff, don't we?
I think so.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that is 813. What does medical tech come under? Intelligence?
Let's see. Healers can aid characters recuperating from grievous wounds. A successful int tech medical skill check against difficulty 9 allows the patient to re-roll a failed physical. Oh, wait a minute.
All right,
That's the
that was
wrong
it.
one. Let's see. It's got stabilization.
Oh, I've just realised I can help then. Pull yourself together, it's not that bad. There you go. Done my bit.
Well, anyway, I got a 15 on the med check, so I don't know what the mechanical consequences.
Okay. Well, all I've got here is for natural healing. It says well-nourished character who has at least 8 hours of rest regains their level and hit points every morning when they awake. They spend the day doing nothing but resting. They regain additional hit points equal to their level, plus 2 more for every level of tech medical possessed by their physician. So I'm going to make a quick ruling on this. What's your med tech level?
0.
0. Okay. Well, I don't want to let your efforts go for nothing. So, as long as Den can get, the rest of his 8 hours of sleep tonight without being interrupted, he will get his level plus 1 in hit points back.
Okay. That will help.
Yeah. The system is kind of brutal because it's like all your healing stuff like that is only good if people kind of die or
Nearly done.
or are reduced to 0 or recuperating from grievous wounds.
All right. Rest up till morning then.
All right. And I have 2:55 over here. Would everybody like to take a break?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do a 10-minute.
Okay.
We will see you back here at 3:05.
See you then.
Go on mute. And I have forgotten to use the music the whole time. Getting bad about this. All right. Is everybody back?
I am.
Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
Apologies to anyone who saw my man boobs when I tried to mute myself.
Eh.
Camera instead of microphone.
Shit happens.
Hopefully we don't get demonetized.
That would be pretty bad. Well,
Can you turn the music down or off?
I could turn it down.
Maybe we should stream on ePlay instead so I can put my camera. I mean, we're in a desert.
All right. Well, it's a half a day's travel from the campsite when you finally reach the village. Apparently this place was built in the remains of an old golf resort, some kind of golf course. They, of course, can't read the lettering, but you guys can on the weathered ancient signs outside. Apparently this place was called Round Mountain Golf Course at one time. And you could see where there were, as you were traveling up, where there was a great big source of water, which is probably like a big pond or something. It was in the middle of the golf course, or a couple of big ponds in the middle of the golf course, which is where they would get their water from, but you can see that it's kind of dried up after the storms and
Little
everything.
surprise.
Yeah. But yeah, these strange mutant people, they'll bring you into their village. There's got to be at least 60 people here. If you could really call them people, they're all mutated in one way or another. They all have various strange features or deformities. But they live in these old mountain, or in these old round mountain golf course buildings and things that are out here. Old parking lot out in front of the place with rusting hulks of cars that some of which the models and stuff are and designs are the kinds that you've never even seen before. But you are near Round Mountain, which is actually a town in Nevada. Pretty good sized one too, from the look of it.
Do we have any way of knowing that we're near that town?
Only just the fact that this is the Round Mountain Golf Course.
Okay.
I mean, you can actually see the town from here. What's left of it.
Could I make a navigation check to see if I know how to get to the sex bot place?
To Reno?
Yeah. If I know the
Let's-
general direction it's in, I mean, I'm assuming it's fucking miles away, but
Well, let me do an actual Google map search. Figure it out for you real quickly. I am curious myself how far it would be.
What kind of idiot builds a golf course in the middle of a desert?
Rich idiots who could afford it.
Yeah.
But such a thing does exist.
Just about every royal family in the Gulf, as I understand it.
Yeah.
just thinking Saudi.
Oh, well, let's see. If you were driving, it would be about 3 hours and 53 minutes. If you're walking, it takes about 3 days.
It's worth the trip.
I just hope we don't find her maps in it.
So could I ask around and see if there's any maps about like pre-collapse of civilization maps, or if they've just burnt them?
Something like a map would be pretty valuable to these people, even if it is old or ancient.
Yeah, I don't want to like. Well, I mean, I might try and trade for it, but I just want to show the party where we are and where we want to go.
Let me see if I can actually find something like a map. Isn't be considered an artifact of the ancients. Paper tends to be fairly high value to some tribes that can read. Obviously not these people, but they have like a travel brochure type map.
That's a start.
Interesting thing is there are certain locations are circled in red. You notice one of them more or less corresponds with the Titan silo that you guys were in.
So places they know.
They want a lot for that, though.
How many valves will they accept? If I explain to them that these are very valuable commodities.
Well, they're not stupid. They want about a 400 corium piece value.
And that coincidentally is what the box of valves I've got is worth.
You mentioned NASA pens. Do they still work?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to copy the map on the back flyleaf of my Bible.
Smart. Okay, I mean, what are you actually offering them?
However many valves are in a box. I mean, valves have got the pins that go into it. They usually have a hole in them, so you could thread them onto string and wear them as trinkets and stuff. I mean, they look like, something that might be.
We've got more knives than we need. Might they be interested in trading some shiny metal old tech knives?
Yeah, the knives and guns they'd definitely be interested in. The valves are just kind of junk, I think.
They are junk. I'm just trying to persuade them that they're not.
Yeah, they know what's worth what. I mean, what do you actually have? I mean, I know you had like
two
some
separate lists now. So
okay.
No, we're not dealing with cannibal tribes from the Baja Peninsula.
So I have 4 pistols and a laser pistol that has 1 shot left on it.
You can always get more
energy
clips
cells.
for that. Yeah, more energy cells for that thing. So
Multiple astronaut pens, multiple Leathermans.
Yeah, I imagine Leathermans and pens are hard to come by in these parts.
Do we have shoes?
okay.
No.
Everybody's throwing stuff at me at once. Hold on.
Yeah.
This is why I hate shopping trips. Everybody wants to get their shit.
Well, I wanted to see if we had shoes to sell to them for getting the map or something.
Just the ones on your feet.
Damn it.
The only thing I really need is an energy cell for my laser gun.
these people
And the
might have
ability
some.
to hit anything with it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
people-
don't need the energy cell to shoot things with the laser gun. I need the energy cell to make glass with it.
it's funny. I found the description for astronaut pens, but I did not actually find a price tag on it. Everything's listed. It's just you have to find the actual table that it is on.
I've
Okay.
just noticed I've got a first aid kit in my inventory.
Yeah, that might be more useful to you than.
Yeah, it was probably more useful when Dent needed fixing up. For some reason I didn't spot it last time.
This is really why I needed my physical book. It would have been. I could have found this a lot faster.
Can you do a word search?
Yeah. Okay. So your 9mm Beretta auto loaders are worth 160 corium pieces each.
Okay.
The merchant will take 3 of those for the map.
Do we
Yeah,
have that?
I could trade him 3 of those because everyone's got 1 and I've got 4. So it would make sense to trade away 3.
Okay. I'll take them.
All right.
So they were 160 each, weren't they?
Mm-hmm. He actually got a better deal, but
Okay.
Well,
Do they
this-
have any energy cells?
oh, they might. Let's see. Energy cells are one of those things that's kind of hard to get a hold of normally.
And do they have any Xanax? Or
I'm not gonna know.
I will pay over the odds for it.
I almost don't think Dominic would mind if I sent you guys copies of this, but considering how cheap the books are selling now. Okay. So if you're looking for power clips, yeah, those are 400 corium pieces each.
And how many shots do you get from one of them?
It was 20, wasn't it?
Yeah.
For
Okay.
that particular gun.
Well, that seems reasonable.
Actually, the cell, the clip is 400. The cell, which I think is what it actually uses, is only 50.
Okay, so could I get a couple of cells?
Yeah, there is one particularly gruesome-looking mutant that apparently deals with all the power stuff. He's got lots of electrical burns all over him. He's actually got an old generator that's working to power up stuff.
I might be interested in your kerosene den.
Yeah.
He's definitely interested in the kerosene.
Okay. What do I need?
380 coins if anyone needs anything.
Thomas would have helped carry the kerosene in case he wanted some more.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, nobody went back to get more.
Oh, I thought we grabbed the kerosene.
Only 4 gallons of it. Does he have any larger blades, like a machete or a sword of some kind?
Yeah, he has bigger blades. Oh, and to answer the astronaut pen question from earlier, those are 50 corium pieces each. So you could literally trade 1 for 1 a power cell for a pen.
And we had like boxes of those pens, right?
We had quite a lot of them. Don't know about boxes. I think we had at least 6 of them in total.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll trade the kerosene for one of the swords.
Yeah, they'll gladly get you a good sword if they can. They sell armor too.
Mm-hmm. I've still got my stage leathers, so they're all right for the moment.
Yep. Figure you don't want an exotic one or anything. Or a powered weapon, right? You just want a regular sword, like you want a long sword or a great sword?
Something I can use one-handed, so like a bastard sword size.
So
Or a Maul katana if he has one.
they don't have anything like a katana, but they do have long swords. And I
Okay.
mean, they're basically pieced together, but
Yeah.
they're
Do they
very
have
serviceable.
ammunition for my pistol?
Hold on. One at a
Did
time, please.
anyone want one of these stun battens?
No.
Got 4
How much
stun.
damage does this sword do then?
It's a D8. It crits on a 19 or 20.
If nobody wants a stun baton, can we sell them?
You can. I kind of wouldn't if I was you.
I have an axe.
These stun batons do 3d6 or 1d6 damage, depending on how high you crank them.
I'll take one.
Yeah,
Yeah, well, I'm gonna.
they'll fuck your shit up.
Anyone want a stun baton then?
I'll take it.
Cool. Frank and Den.
Got my choppy thing now, so.
Frank will take the baton. He doesn't.
Would Frank like 2 stun batons so he can dual wield them?
Form them into a cross.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Peter Cushing style. He'll take 2 of them, but he's going to look to trade one off at some point. But we'll get to that when you've dealt with Private Blackwell's shopping list. So I'll take 2, but one of them I'm going to trade in.
Yeah, these people don't have tons and tons of stuff necessarily, but since it is a settlement, they do have access to a few things. They will tell you that traders and stuff come around. And despite how they look, they do seem to be really welcoming. These people, they came out to see you, and a lot of them are touching you.
How's Frank react to that?
With absolutely undisguised revulsion.
Got 2 rolls of the magical duct tape. Is anyone wanting to hang on to one of those?
We
Yes.
should keep that.
Yeah.
Because I'll keep hold of one, but does anyone want the other one?
I mean, I'm not like an engineer, so. But I suppose it could be useful to have more than one roll.
Okay. Stun baton. Okay, this appears to be a simple metal baton which emits an energetic glow and subtle hum when activated. Stun baton has 2 settings: non-lethal for 3d6 damage, and lethal for 1d6 damage. When it hits an opponent, the stun baton lets off a low voltage charge that effectively stuns the target, causing them to make a well, it's not a fortitude saving throw, but a con saving throw, or be paralyzed for 1d6 rounds. It does require a power source, either a belt pack or backpack.
And neither of these came with that?
No, they're just good for clubbing, but they can be hooked up to power.
Does the guy with the generator have anything suitable?
He might have something.
Wasn't Thomas after some ammunition though?
Yeah.
He is. I'm trying to find the ammo. Like I said, I had to scroll back and forth through a lot of lists, and it's not all in one spot.
I'm just trying to go through what we've actually got and make sure it's fairly evenly distributed. Or at least what I'm carrying, because I looted the fuck out of that last place.
Okay, power backpacks are 2,000 corium, and belt packs are 1,000 corium. These people probably don't even have that.
Yeah.
That's way beyond. See, I've got these guys at a limited amount of corium pieces for what they can trade for, because they just don't have access to it.
And you can't jerry-rig something out of one of the clips for the laser pistol.
Mm-mm. That would take a lot of work. Okay. A magazine, a box magazine is 25 corium pieces. So basically you're buying ammunition by the box. And literally what it looks like it boils down to is it's like literally you could trade 1 corium piece per round of ammo. So every box is got 25 rounds in it. So I guess in a pinch, if you had to trade off ammunition, you could use it as currency.
I've currently got 42 rounds of ammo. Does anyone want to take 20 of them?
Are they usable with my pistol?
Yeah, they're 9mm.
Then I will take 20.
Well, while you're here, there's a lot of commotion that'll happen in the village settlement.
I go check on what that is.
It's kind of hard to miss it because everybody's running over to go see it. All the merchants look like they want to get their shit. They're scrambling to get all their best stuff out there on the front.
Well, they don't have the best stuff out for us.
Well, you see why, as this massive tower-like structure with this flag kind of looking thing, like a sail almost, stretched out over it. It's slowly kind of moving. It's like a giant argosy being pulled through the desert by animals and men. It's almost like a giant fortress on wheels.
Ask someone, what is that?
I'll tell you. Mandarin.
Oh, that's the trade language they speak, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So is it a good thing or a bad thing that they're here?
Good thing.
Okay. Might be able to get your map, your proper map from them, Dr. Jones.
Excellent. Let's go and introduce ourselves.
Yeah, this thing has got lots and lots of guards, and these guards are carrying what look like, pretty decent weapons. Salvaged AK-47s, M16s, and things. And the guards all look pretty formidable. But yeah, when they pull up, these guys will start taking things down up off the tower, and people start coming out of it. And you see people are bringing all their trade goods out to this Argosy, and what they're trading for is they're trading for big containers of water.
Okay. Well, wander up and observe and see if there's any other decent trade goods.
Well, one of the guys who's dressed in robes of the same color that the sails are will come over to you, and he's speaking to you in trade language, which is very Chinese influences. Greetings. How may we of the water cartel of the Baron Chungbla help you?
Okay, I try not to laugh at the Baron's name. I don't know. We're new in this part of the world and looking for civilization.
I'm looking for a robot wife. Do you have any?
Do you have a map that could lead us to a place that used to be called Reno?
You wish for a map? We do have such things that could be transcribed for you because we have trading routes. You have to know where all the villages are.
A map transcribed from the copies that you have would be very useful to us.
What would this be worth to you?
What would you want?
Typically, we don't sell such things. They're usually very closely guarded secrets. Obviously, we don't want to reveal the location of all of our customers, our trade routes, but...
All we really need to know are the sites of villages that you're willing to reveal to us, the sites of old ruins, and the way to Reno.
At the very least, places we can stop on the way so that we're not just walking 3 days straight through a desert. We don't need everything on your map, just we want to get there alive.
We don't typically travel to that place. It is dangerous.
What's there that's so dangerous?
It is a place of the old ones, the ancient ones from before the fall.
That's why we need to go there.
You are either very brave or very stupid.
Or both.
We're just very old.
Waiting all day to use this.
You are made of stupid.
Well, Doctor, it's your trade to make, so...
Well, I can give you 50 of these coins for just a safe route to, well, not even a safe route, just one that, has stopping points that we can fill up on water and hopefully not die.
Show us what you have to trade.
I just traded. I've got some of these astronaut pens.
We got some Leathermans. Clearly they do mechanics, so they might find tools useful.
He kind of looks at your stuff, and then he stops for a minute, and he looks at you. May I see your weapon? Pointing at your pistol.
Right.
My pistol or the laser pistol?
Oh,
Your-
that weapon. Right.
Your pistol.
No, I'm afraid I'm not selling this.
Yeah,
Don't
no,
want to.
I need my weapon. You're telling us where we're going is really dangerous, and you want to send us there with no weapon. That seems a bit off.
I'll sigh and hand over one of my spare empty pistols.
He nods at you like you finally get it. I mean, the first thing he does is open the chamber and smell, and he looks it over really curiously. This is unusual. I'll hand it back to you.
Thank you.
All of your goods are pristine quality. I've never seen this before. Where did you get such things?
We found a hidden cache of such materials. Perhaps we could trade you information on where to look.
He'll call over another guy. He'll whisper a few things to him. The other guy will run off and go back into the tower.
Yeah, I mean, we stashed at least one of these guns near where we found it, and
we have guns.
Yeah, but these brand new, aren't they?
Yes, it's very unusual. All of your equipment is so pristine.
So, I mean,
do
if
not
you
normally
want,
come across this.
If you want more of these shiny new guns, we can tell you where to look, and there is definitely at least one there. You might find more. Obviously, we can't guarantee what you will find, apart from the fact there is definitely at least one. So you're not going to go away empty-handed.
Yeah, as you're talking, a couple of other guys will come out of this thing. They'll walk over to y'all. One of them is fairly big, burly looking, obviously a guard type. The other one is a little smaller. And keep in mind, these people are mutated too. But, I mean, they'll kind of grab Frank and they'll start checking his teeth and looking over his skin and his fingers and everything else. Like that.
He's a holy man. Be careful. He bites.
Throughout all of this procedure, Frank is reciting psalms under his breath the whole time as a kind of distraction method.
I mean, they'll lift your shirt and they'll check everything almost.
I'll just walk over to him and be like, look, his mutation is in here, and prod him on the head.
And his is in here, I say, tapping him on the heart. Jones on the heart.
Yeah, they'll have a little conversation between each other, and then they'll look back at you. We would like you to be our guests for dinner this evening.
So
That's not...
I'm not asked to do anything. I don't know what untoward would be for you guys, but untoward. Let's go with that. We'll go.
As long as you don't mean you're going to eat us.
That too.
No, of course not.
I see no harm in it. Perhaps we can finalize our deal over a meal.
I believe that would be acceptable. Where are you staying? We will summon you.
Do you have much call for therapists around here?
What?
Well, I've got no clients at the moment, and
their word for therapist is like the same equivalent as like juju man or witch doctor.
He's a sort of head doctor, a brain shaman.
Yeah, I tell you how to fix what's wrong in your head.
At this, Frank can't resist a kind of guttural laugh. Ah!
He's beyond saving.
I'm sure the feeling's mutual. But yes, thank you for the invitation. Not quite sure of what their etiquette is, but bowing is usually a safe bet, so I will bow.
Yeah, they bow back. They seem pleased at that custom.
Oh,
We're
time to shake
only,
that.
yeah. We've only just arrived, so we're not really staying anywhere. We're just around.
So what are y'all doing until the dinner?
Is there like maybe a bar or something?
Oh yeah, there's always a watering hole.
Is there a brothel?
There is a brothel.
How much?
In a town of 60 people.
It's a town of 60 people. Well, it's a very small one. Basically, it's like one or two women.
Do any
They
of
know
them
that travelers
have-
come through here.
Any of the prostitutes have free tits?
Awesome.
Jesus, dude. A bit specific, ain't it?
Well, you know, you don't kink shame.
I'm not king shaming. I'm just saying. It's just like,
Don't ask,
you know.
don't get.
Dr. Jones saw Total Recall, and since all these people have got mutations, he figures have a look and see if he can find a free-titted woman.
Yeah, well.
No time for love, Dr. Jones.
I might as well go ahead and check and see. I mean, if you're going to go investigate.
Dr. Jones is a disgusting misogynist and is going to...
And hasn't gotten laid in 1,000 years.
Literally.
Not late ever.
1,030 something years.
Yeah.
Oh, this could be curious. Okay. Okay. The two. I figure you're going for the women.
Yeah.
I figured. Okay. Poor guy who's there will be heartbroken, but
I mean, I'm not that picky, but I am a bit picky.
okay. So here's what we have. One of them has an additional body part. I have not rolled to locate what it is yet. The other one has one or more body parts changed to have features appropriate to at least one animal.
The one with the extra body part, can you roll to see if it's a boob?
It won't be that specific, but
Can you make a ruling on it to say that it's a boob?
we'll see. We'll see what I roll. Okay. Hold on. Okay. So. Wow. Okay. No, she does not have an extra boob. She has an extra head.
An extra head?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes. Two mouths. So much pleasure.
Are both of them at least, like, passably attractive?
I'll check that in a moment. The other girl apparently has a soft nap of canid fur. So yeah, she's literally a fur. I mean, it's random rolls, man. I didn't make this up.
Don't sleep with that one. That hoe is a bitch.
Oh, fuck it.
She
Dr. Jones was a furry as well. Let's go for both of them.
Yeah, she smells kind of weird when she comes back in from outside. Has this habit of rolling around on the dirt.
Two heads could be fun if she shares the same airway with each other.
Well,
Yipping and two heads.
okay. Almost wish I was using Machinations of the Space Princess for this, so I could get comeliness. But all right, we'll do this. All right, so the furred woman actually is of above average attractiveness. Actually,
For a Wookiee.
She's a really
well,
pretty dog.
yeah. Well, I mean, she just has fur. She's not like, you know. I mean, I had a choice between fur, teeth, tails, digitigrade legs, and muzzles. So, thought fur was the first thing on the list. It seemed like the easiest one. The two-headed woman, apparently, she's actually reasonably attractive as well. I mean, if you had to put numbers on them, they're both 12s.
How much are they charging?
I gotta look up the stats on that too. What's the cost of a hooker?
Probably about a pint of H2O, something like that.
Equipment lists are never where I need them. We'll just put a number on it. They're both about 100 corium pieces an hour.
I will hire both of them.
You would.
I will bemoan the loss of our funds.
I mean, what are you trading them for this?
Money.
You have money?
Yeah, I sold guns.
Oh, okay.
I sold 3 guns. In
Was
return
that not used to purchase the tourist map though?
Yeah, I thought so.
Did we pay for that? I thought you just copied it down.
Well, I did, but you then carried on insisting on wanting to sell 3 guns for it, so I let you have at it.
Yeah.
No, I just wanted to sell 3 guns. That was a separate transaction.
I'll allow it. But in the future, if you're going to sell stuff, you're going to need to make some merchanting checks. Because you're not going to get full value for everything all the time.
Yeah.
Well, I could just trade them 3 guns for 3 head. That solves the problem. I don't have the guns and I don't have any money.
Well, didn't you have a couple of boxes of bulbs or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you said they were junk and no one would trade them.
No, the bulbs are worth something.
Well,
I had
what I
to
was trying to persuade them was money.
see the bulbs. Was it ceiling light bulbs or was it computer light bulbs?
Computer light bulbs.
Okay. The computer light bulbs are worth 2 corium pieces for each bulb.
Yeah, and I had like a box of them, but I don't know how many's in a box.
We had 23 in a box.
Mm-hmm. So if somebody will give me a merchanting check.
Let me check my...
What's that under?
Let me look.
Business?
I will take business.
Okay, I don't have that skill. Does anyone have business?
I have that skill, I can roll that.
I do not. I am.
You don't have that.
Roll.
I'm the same class and skill package as I am. You should have it as a 0. Either way, I got a 9.
If you were an American therapist, you could have worked in Hollywood with a business skill.
Well, the guy you're selling them to is canny, slightly better trader than you are, but he'll be merciful and he'll give it to you. He'll give you the proper amount. So it's only like 46 corium pieces. So.
Yeah. Get it over with so we can have a proper meal with this trader.
Okay, so I got 46 from that. What am I doing about the guns?
It's 160 per gun. So.
Yeah.
So if you didn't trade the guns for the mat, you could trade a gun. Now give you enough money to hire both the girls.
Yeah, it's 160 for a gun, then that'll give me 380 plus 40, so 426.
Okay.
So I spent 100 on the energy clips. So yeah, so 426 in total. And then it's 100 each for the women. So I've got 226 left. And
I can only imagine Frank is probably horrified at this whole exchange.
No, Frank has actually gone off. I'm presuming that there's some sort of public space, even if it's just a sort of gap between the market stalls, right?
Oh, yeah.
So he's going to go there. He's going to get out his Bible, which is a little bit crinkled because it's got soaking wet and had to be dried out at least twice.
Mhm.
And there, in his fumbling trade language, he's going to start reading.
Oh, my God. This could be funny. And you're trying to do it. You're trying to translate the King James Bible.
And now it so happens that online you can find the Bible in Pidgin. So my approximation, absent the culturally insensitive accent, the time when everything was started, God made the sky and the dirt. The dirt come to no more nothing inside, no more shape, nothing. On top was the wild ocean that covers everything. Never had light, nothing. Only had God's spirit moving around over that water. I could go on, but I won't.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Okay. Jeez. Possible. I guess I could. Trying to think. I guess a persuade or a religion.
Let's have a look. Now, you see, the advantage of growing up in 21st century America is you didn't need any special skills to be a priest, pastor.
True.
So let's have a look.
Chat GPT, write me a sermon.
Actually, well, the only thing I have is instructor, which is because my training pack was teacher.
Uh-huh.
we got 4 skill points to spend last session, so you could have religion out of that, couldn't you?
No, I've already spent that. And there's no explanation, by the way. He's just going to read it out from the text, translating as he goes, haltingly.
Okay, then just throw me a charisma check if you have no.
Okay, so 2d8.
Yeah, 2d8 minus 1.
Okay. So no pluses or minuses from the charisma, which is a 0, so 10 all told.
An average, a few people will stop, kind of listen, and then just kind of move on and get on with their day. It's not a particularly exciting speech or anything. You're not pulling in that many people. I mean, some people will try to listen and understand, and then just kind of move on.
That's fine. I mean, it's the cultural equivalent of 2 shopping carts colliding on the street. But he will just carry on relentlessly until one of his compatriots stops him.
Okay.
Well, I've got these women for an hour, right?
Yes.
It ain't going to take me an hour. Can I have them go and publicly blow the preacher?
Yes. I'm not going to get into a lengthy description of what you do with the 2-headed woman and a woman with fur. That's totally your thing. You knock yourself out there, man.
So yeah, once I'm done, I'm gonna say, well, I've still got you for another 50 minutes. See that fucking raving lunatic over there? Pull his trousers down and blow him.
They're like, really?
Yeah, he really needs to get laid. That's his problem.
God. Okay. Well, Frank, your sermon apparently attracted something maybe you didn't want.
Well, it depends on how far they take this, because I'm presuming they have enough professionalism about them to feign some degree of interest or enthusiasm, at least initially. So he'll probably drastically misinterpret this and give them an encouraging nod and a smile as they sort of, sashay over towards him.
Mm-hmm.
But assuming their cultural practice is to go ahead and sort of, fillet men in the street, is that a thing? I don't know.
It's not a thing normally, but it's just kind of like, it's the cultural and societal norms are not ours. Basically, it's like one girl will just kind of like stand cover for the other one.
No, that's really, that's not that. No. Pushing her away. Perhaps desperately hoping that she's genuflecting. No, please, no, that's not necessary.
Actually, she's amazed at how smooth your skin is. I mean,
she has not got to that far, I can assure you. Not least because I believe I'm covered in an acid-proof jumpsuit.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, well, that jumpsuit's, getting unzipped.
Get back, foul demoness!
I mean,
All
Tom,
right,
and
Frank, just go with it.
the two of you intervening, or
No.
no? Okay.
I will intervene for the sake of his dignity.
Okay.
They're very good.
Then get these Jezebels away from me.
It's not very Jesus-like of you. That lady's really not interested. Return to Dr. Jones and spend your talents where they're appreciated.
Den, do you want to go on them?
No, I'm fine.
Or what
Not my
about you,
type.
Thomas? We've still got them for another 45 minutes, and
Well, that your refractory period should only be 10 to 15 minutes, so yeah, knock yourself out.
oh fuck it, round 2. I'll go off with it.
Round 2, fight!
Very well. Yeah, we'll take you back into the tent.
I'm
Yeah.
spending my time wandering around the village, trying to learn about how they live and what they do and that sort of thing. You don't need to give me a lengthy description. It's just I want to learn how to survive in this world.
Yeah, these people mostly live by hunting and foraging, or scrapping or finding whatever they can to trade with the traders who come through. It's kind of a tough living. But most people survive by whatever they buy from the water mandarin, and of course, every once in a while, people have to go and make a trip to the cave to get more water.
Which I'm sure the Mandarins wouldn't be very happy about if they knew about it.
Yep.
Well, then we'll tell them where it is, and then they can.
No, that's not. Let's not ruin these people's lives. All right.
And have the mandarins come up and steal all your water.
That would suck. All right. So wait for mealtime.
Yeah. Eventually, one of the servants of the mandarin will come out and summon you.
Do they have like a special place for dignitaries, like from the Mandarin Clean Water Cartel, to dine and eat? That's cleaner than anything else in the village.
Well, yeah, you're in one of their towers.
Oh, I thought we were still in the village. My bad.
You're in the village, yes, but they're inviting you inside one of their mobile platform villages.
Oh, okay, my bad.
In the towers.
All right.
Okay.
Well, brush the worst of the crap and the blood off my clothes to look a bit more presentable. Then I'll gather up the rest of you, and I guess we go in.
Yeah,
no,
just to give you
no one has died yet.
just to give you an idea. Okay. You see those big tracked things with the windmills and all that stuff, and the big water tank? Yeah, those are what the mandarins travel around in.
I was not aware of that. Or I don't
The background.
remember reading that in the book.
Yeah, I have this book.
Burning Lands?
Yeah,
Yeah, I have a copy of it too. I just don't remember that in the book.
yeah, but that's what the mandarins travel around in. That's these great big convoy type city things, and yeah, they distribute water out of those things. So you're basically being led up into one of these things, and they're basically like traveling palaces.
Very cool.
Yeah, you're led inside. It's actually got generator lights inside, so it's actually lit. But there's a nice breeze that comes through. These things are built to where they're comfortable. The actual place where you're dining is apparently the Mandarin's chamber itself, which is really, as opulent as you can get in the post-apocalypse. I mean, there's a lot of cushions and a lot of big pillows and things to sit on. The tables are basically set onto the floor. The Mandarin himself is a really bloated, large creature that looks. It's a human. It's a mutant of some kind, but he's very corpulent with skin that looks like a deep yellow color, like a bilirubin imbalance color. Bloodshot eyes. He has some pretty furniture with him, and by furniture I mean women.
Mutated in a more agreeable way.
Well, I mean, one of them looks absolutely, just absolutely perfect. I mean, almost unnaturally so. But the other woman is, her mutations are not very severe. But I mean, they both have really nice skin. They're both wearing silk type stuff. They're bringing out dishes and things and setting it down on the little tables. And, the Chamberlain who was outside talking to you before, he'll address you and say, "Welcome. You are in the presence of Water Mandarin Chuka."
Right. I'll go in, take my seat, and do one of those kneeling bows. I did a tour in Japan, so.
There you go. How about the rest of y'all?
I was in the Middle East, so I guess there's an equivalent of that there, so I bow as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just walk in and go, "Hi, how's it going?"
Frank?
Frank does not bow for demons and afflicted spirits. So he will walk in, trying to be defiant, but he's still slightly mortified about the event in the marketplace.
Probably sitting as far as you can from Dr. Jones.
Yes.
Well, the Mandarin himself won't sit at the table with you, but he's got his girls feeding him. I mean, it's like his hands and his nails look like, he never has to touch anything if he doesn't want to. And when he speaks, it's not quite Jabba the Hutt, but if you can imagine like an Asian version of it. My Chamberlain tells me you are unblemished humans.
I mean, he's pretty blemished. I'll look over at Frank. You just can't see it.
My evaluator is an expert in the judge of flesh. He's determined that you are pure, untainted by the twisting.
Your evaluator doesn't look at brains, does he? He just looks at flesh.
It is true, some mutations are internal, but for so many of you to be this pure is unusual.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Dr. Jones, and I am a psychiatrist.
A juju
I
man.
don't think you have the word for that.
Juju man.
Yeah, what it means is I deal with brains, fixing what's wrong with them. So your evaluator's got some crucial skills missing that I might be able to help fill in. Because, well, let's just say that it ain't all about the skin, is it?
He is a doctor for the brain, the head, as another doctor might set a broken bone.
What he said.
And that one is touched.
Well, yeah, I mean, I did arrange for him to get touched earlier, but he didn't like it. He's a bit special.
And that one is a soldier.
Probably, yeah.
Private first class, Thomas Blackwell.
And that one there, he's what we used to call a rock star, and I'll translate that as stone and star in the sky.
I mime playing music.
Mm-hmm.
Since my compatriots have given everything away, I was trying to be circumspect, but yes, we are survivors from the old world.
Well, don't tell him everything, then.
I had already ascertained that.
Well, then hopefully you can understand why we didn't say so straight away.
Yes, you would have knowledge that would be very valuable.
Which we could trade for information that you have that could be very valuable.
What is it you wish?
Robot wives.
Dr. Jones wishes to find the way to a place we knew as Reno, and we would like, together as a group, perhaps to find somewhere more comfortable and civilized to live.
We of the Clean Water Cartel are the most civilized people you will find in the lands, but our wealth is what affords us this privilege.
You're rich because you got loads of clean water.
Exactly.
We've got shitloads of clean water. How about we trade that?
Oh, you do?
We know where some is, but
Yeah, it's in our house. We'll trade that for what we need.
I would really rather trade something else. Knowledge.
Robot wives.
This one seems to have a one-track mind.
He does.
I'll pull out the catalogue and be like, look, I mean, wouldn't you?
I may know a thing or two about this.
So can we come to some arrangement for the map?
I almost feel like I would be sending you to your death.
That's our choice as free men, isn't it?
It is. It's just a shame.
And perhaps our knowledge will help us against these threats, whatever they are, in a way that others can't.
Well, your weapons are very nice, but they won't serve you very well. You'll need better weapons.
What is there that is so dangerous?
The place you wish to go to, the old city of the Ree. It is an ancient's place, and there are many tribes that live in these places. Many old world machines and things. It's very dangerous. Many creatures live there. If you go there, it will be a battle for survival. And food and clean water is not always an assurance.
Still want to go, Dr. Jones?
Yeah, is there anything there that you'd want us to bring back? Maybe you could sponsor our trip. You say we need better weapons. How about
I was actually considering this.
we make some sort of agreement? You could give us some better weapons, and we could maybe bring you something back from our little excursion.
I like dealing with you.
Yeah, we could bring back another robot wife for you. I mean, I was going to get a couple for myself. I'm assuming that robots are not like monogamous because they're robots. They're programmed to whatever. So I'll have like a couple of them. I'll bring you a couple back. How's that sound? They'll be probably. Well, I mean, look at this, and just showing you catalog again.
Yeah, it just kind of. I mean, he will not touch that. He won't take anything from you.
No,
Like
I'm
somebody
just holding it up in his face, like right in his face.
Well, you can't get that close.
Look at the tits on that.
There'll be like a guard will step between you and him pretty quick.
And I'll hold it up to the guard and like, look at the tits on that.
He'll make a gesture, and the pretty woman to his left will stand up, and she'll disrobe. And she'll spin around for you, and he's like, "Yes, I'm aware."
She will get old.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to feed her as well. Robot wives.
Will not.
They don't answer back. They don't, like... They'll cook you dinner. They won't need to eat themselves. They're perfect women. Completely subservient to you, as a woman should be.
He'll kind of look over at the woman. He'll snap his fingers. She'll smile at you guys, bow, and then she'll reach up, and her entire visage comes off in her hand, and what's underneath it is just like a mass of circuits and electronics and
cool.
Oh, you got
sensors and stuff inside.
Bigger Chad over here.
He'll just kind of smile and look at you, and is like, "I like how you ancients think that we are all backwards bumpkin hillbillies that you can take advantage of. Was everybody like you in your time?"
I'm genuinely amazed at robot wives. They didn't have these when I was, before, in the before times. I'm trying to trade you the most amazing thing I've ever seen, 2 of them, for some guns.
Or perhaps you want something else from Reno, or the Re, as you call it. Clearly it's dangerous because they don't allow normies.
Yeah, but just to confirm, I'm not trying to say you're stupid. Obviously, you've got a robot wife. You're a fucking Chad.
As I was trying to say, I would be happy to fund your expedition because I know that there are ancient equipment and things that people like you might have special ways of accessing with your knowledge.
Yeah, probably.
So was there something specific you wanted us to retrieve besides robot wives?
Well, the Clean Water Cartel mostly deals in water, but of course, ancient relics, artifacts, things from the past are always useful. If not for trade, then, he'll point at the girl, for enjoyment. So, I am willing to outfit your little expedition, and I'll even send along one of my guards if you wish.
That's incredibly generous. How could we... No, wait a second. Oriental etiquette. Oh, there's no need to send us a guard. You giving us weapons and so on is too much already. Your generosity is far too boundless.
Well, what are you on about, Den? He's like, look at this man. He's fucking hench. He's a henchman. We could do with him.
And you, crazy one, why do you not speak?
Well, assuming that food has been sort of being brought to the table throughout this exchange, well, Frank's viewing this very much like Kate What's-her-name during the Temple of Doom dining sequence, as this sort of parade of presumably barely identifiable meat dishes is plonked in front of him. He's just been sort of trying to identify the bit that looks edible, and it seems like every now and then he gets ready to open his mouth, but doesn't. And if he's addressed directly,
Which he was.
I would say that you all work in darkness here.
Really?
Yes.
Enlighten me then.
Ah, it just so happens I have the very thing for that.
Dan is like, why?
Why couldn't I have died in the pod?
Then God tell, I like light to shine, and the light start to shine. God see how good was the light. Then he put the light on one side and the dark on the other side. The light time he gives the name daytime. The dark time he gives the name nighttime. So we had the nighttime and the daytime as day number 1 begins. This is all, translated haltingly and poorly.
I recognize those words. Those come from one of the books in my library.
You have a Bible, sir?
Is that what you call it?
Oh, yes.
I thought it was a book of fiction and mythology.
It is.
Scowling across at Jones. It is.
I thought it was very interesting.
He hasn't got the vocabulary for inerrant. So it is without mistake. It is the truth, sir.
We did tell you we weren't all untainted.
I did tell you he was mental.
So please don't take any offense at his words. He means well.
You will dine with me tonight? You will sleep in my home, and tomorrow, before we leave, I will have my men outfit you properly and get you on your way.
Oh, there is one more trade good actually that I wonder if you've got. Now, where we're from, it was called Xanax. It helps you relax. It's like a little medicine.
Oh,
Have anything
a
similar?
moment. He'll stop you right there. He'll say something to one of his servants. The servant will run off and then come back. The servant will hand you a pipe and put some kind of a brown sticky substance in the end of it and light it for you. Tell you to inhale.
It's opium-y.
Yeah, does it taste like opium?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm all for this. That will help with my withdrawals.
Yeah, that'll help.
I'll just inhale a huge, lungful of it, hold it in, and front leaves look much more relaxed and less, irritable and that's really hit the spot.
Mandarin will smile. It's like, take it. It's my gift to you.
That
First one's free.
very generous. How much would you like for a small supply of this to take?
I'm not a drug dealer. I just happen to have such a stash for medical uses.
Yeah, you sort of are, though, aren't you? No, never mind.
No, I mean, this would be purely for medical uses, obviously. As you know, I'm a doctor. I just wonder if it needs to be used where this would where we would be able to get more of it. Others, because it may be a while until we're back.
I'm certain you'll find something to keep your nerves calm in the meantime. Now,
Please don't, Jones, don't push your luck.
shall we eat?
Yes.
Mhm.
Anything to keep these guys' mouths busy.
You guys will have to decide on whether or not you like the food. It is spiced kind of unusually because obviously they have access to different stuff than what we're used to, and there's no telling what the meat is. It's been sliced up so finely that it's kind of reminds you of something Asian. Same thing with the vegetables, but he does actually seem to have some form of rice with it.
I mean, it looks like
200-year-old rice. That's obviously good.
Yeah, it definitely reminds you of Asian food. Even something like a curry.
I've got a pretty high constitution, so I'm going to consider that a lot of things are food that probably aren't.
Frank, are you gonna completely refuse to eat everything?
No,
mean,
he's not.
It smells good. I mean, there's some of the stuff in front of you kind of reminds you of Vindaloo.
Yes, but he's not. He doesn't have a sort of pathological need to save face here in this context, and so he's quite prepared to sort of and reach for the presumably ample water, which of course is no help whatsoever. But
Yep. That's one thing he does seem to have is he has an extravagant amount of water served at the meal.
Oh, I've just seen Joe's comment on the comments thing. If you're referring to me, I played the demon of stale bond water in Gamma World.
That's right.
In the Dust One shot, I was a Russian peasant.
But here you are clearly not a peasant.
Yeah.
No. It even says so.
Not a peasant on my thing. I think you're just thinking of 2 weeks ago when I played this character, because we were playing this game.
I will take the opportunity to eat and drink as much as possible.
Well, obviously, you think it's pretty good.
Frank will quickly discover the blandest parts of it.
I'll probably get a rice.
And we'll sort of shovel that down whilst sort of trying and failing to give the impression that he's cleaned his plate.
Well, it tastes ricey. I mean...
Is this a culture where completely clearing your plate is frowned upon?
You don't know. You know, it's the post-apocalypse, so it's kind of like, you know, people are never sure when they're going to get their next meal, so
yeah,
cleaning your plate's pretty usual for most people, unless you're planning on conserving the food for later. But this guy appears like, you know, he doesn't care. He has tons of money. So, I mean,
I'll completely clear my plate and then eat whatever's left off of Frank's.
Okay.
Like,
Frank will probably let you.
I'll have some.
Yeah.
Like picking things off without even waiting for a response. Also, Joe, no worries. Like I'm playing everybody's games at the moment, apparently, so it's probably getting confusing. Everyone's streams. Sorry.
Well, I mean, you know, he'll mostly ask you questions about the old world and stuff, and I figure you'll probably ask him about this one.
Yeah.
Is there anything specific?
The fate of the old cities, whether any more pod people have been found, but mostly about Reno, the horrors that might await us there.
Well, just you know, in there, since the water cartel travels everywhere, they mostly bypass a lot of these old cities because, you know, like he says, the old cities are very dangerous. Mostly they stick to settlements and communities along the way. But a lot of settlements and communities have sprung up outside of all the major cities because what has happened is it's kind of an ecosystem of scavengers and things. You know, brave souls will go to the little settlements or the little towns and things that have sprung up and, you know, use that as a means of a base camp or whatever, and then try their luck scavenging inside the cities. And if they manage to come back, you know, they usually have goods that they've retrieved that are valuable that they'll sell outside. Other than that, he'll tell you that there is a major city, or there are several major cities. There's one underground that doesn't have a name anymore. But it's further to the west, and then even further than that is what he calls the ruin at the edge of the world, which was a great big giant city where there are many, many factions and many people living, and they never go there. And somewhere in the south, he mentions a place called Little Vegas.
And what's that like?
He tells you it's where the corium miners are.
Whatever corium is.
I mean, he'll actually explain to you what corium is.
Okay, what is it?
The old places with the death glow.
Mm-hmm.
The cores of these places used to create these great big, like, shingle structures with all of these little scaly corium pieces. Miners will go in and mine those little pieces loose. They're a combination of materials that is almost uniformly the same. Difficult to describe in trade language.
So they're trading pieces of highly irradiated fallout.
Well, they're not irradiated anymore, or their half-life is mostly gone. But yeah, they're basically trading off pieces of core matter. I think I actually have a description for what it is.
I think they actually glow in this setting. From what I remember.
I think corium has like a really has a slight glow, but not much of one.
Mm-hmm.
You have to give me a minute to find it because it's been a while.
It is an actual real thing from when nuclear cores go critical.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole chunk of it in Chernobyl.
Okay.
Called the Elephant's Butt.
Okay. Corium is mined regularly from the Lil Vegas mines, itself being the single most productive source to date of corium in the American Southwest. Corium, as described in the book, is a metallic amalgam of graphite, spent but not necessarily non-radioactive uranium and other metals and minerals that once comprised the reactor core, casing, pipework, etc. When the entire core melts down, the extreme temperature literally molds all these elements together into drippy, fluid-like ooze that over time cools in a manner not unlike lava. In most cases, corium simply cools into solid rock and is almost impossible to mine with the tools available after the apocalypse. However, when water vapor or certain atmospheric elements enter the process, the cooled corium is flaky, forming into bubbles of rock or scale-like formations. It is this form of corium that is most easily mined since it breaks easily from the mass in manageable portions. These nuggets, shaped like scales, are used exactly as it is by merchants and traders across the wasteland. Corium is itself radioactive, but on the scale of a few coins, this radiation is negligible. A large mass, however, presents a possible threat to long-term living, and exceptionally large flows can generate tremendous radiation levels and heat that can be fatal. Corium is also slightly luminous, giving off a white, blue-white, or green color depending on the specific minerals that compose the given strain of corium. This is one of the reasons it is so admired as a currency, since it cannot be replicated, or at least no one has figured out how to do it yet. In some corner of the wasteland, corium is used as a light source, but usually only among more mutated communities.
Still less toxic than crypto.
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck, I need to buy my crypto.
Alright, so I guess we eat our fill, listen to his stories, regale him with stories of our past in return without too much detail. And then he wants to sleep on the tower as well, right?
Yeah, he's got places for you.
Okay. I still think we should stand watch just in case anyone comes sneaking in or anything.
He's got tons of guards outside this place. And
Yeah,
plus it's
or him
thick
that I'm worried
settlement.
about.
Oh, that's him you're worried about. Well, that's up to you. But he's got individual quarters for everybody. Which, you know, all things considered, they're pretty opulent compared to, you know, sleeping in the settlement.
All right, and I'll just relax into his generosity, and I hope I don't regret it.
How about the rest of y'all?
I'm already very relaxed from that opium.
I bet you are.
Thomas will probably just sleep with one eye open because of all the dangers that are awaiting him in this new world.
And Frank?
It doesn't. Nothing before turning in. No, it can wait. So yeah, no, he'll just turn in.
All right. Well, all things considered, it's a nice, sleeping arrangement. Den gets a visitor late in the night.
Is it a ninja? No, I wouldn't have known if it was.
In a manner of speaking. His pretty girl will come visit you.
Mm-hmm.
She'll bow. She'll say, "The Mandarin has sent me as a present for the evening, if you wish."
To be honest, I'm still covered in coyote bites, so I'm not sure I'd be the best company.
She'll produce a stim shot.
Well, when you put it like that.
Yeah. She noticed that you were bandaged up earlier. So.
All right. Well, I will accept the stim shot.
She'll stim shot you, and you'll get your hit points back, and then maybe lose a few during the night. I don't know.
Yes, I will smash her to 1 hit point. Is this the robot girl or the other girl?
It's the robot girl.
Okay. Well,
That's
I'll
why I said the pretty one.
Take the opportunity, as well as getting my end away, to examine her. Like, after round 1, I'll ask her to show me how she works. The bits and bobs inside, underneath the skin shell.
Yeah, she thinks it's kind of unusual, but she'll agree. I mean, it's a little freaky, but
well, how much more advanced does this technology look? I mean, I'm not an expert, but I've got some knowledge of pre-tech, and probably used computers for mixing desks and shit like that.
let me see. I'm about to get into my.
I'm not looking for any huge detail, but just trying to figure out how much more advanced she is than 2018 technology.
Well, let me see. She has human mimicry, which is one of her things.
Does she have a groinal attachment?
She has some kind of advanced biotechnological flesh. It's super advanced and mimics human skin exactly. Her model, it would take exploratory surgery or advanced electronics, body scanning to discern her from a human.
As opposed to a half-assed amateur gynecological examination.
Yeah. Yeah, she's a kind of a high-end model, or a fairly high-end model. She says most of the pleasure models are.
Could I inquire with her whether she has any settings?
You're not
you
in
that
my
room
room.
too?
Well, I will enjoy my time and learn as much as I can.
I will not, given the tented nature of what seems to be most of the walls in this place, not enjoy the same time, and will sort of, haul a lavish silk pillow over my ears.
Well, I mean, it's a tower, but yeah, the tower is a knockin' or a rockin'. Yeah, she's gone before the morning. So.
Mhm.
Yeah, and in the morning, one of the servants will come around and invite you to breakfast.
Again, eat as much as I can cram into me.
Everybody else?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
eat.
I'm gonna do the same because this food actually tastes really good. It reminds me of where I was posted.
This is it's kind of an unusual breakfast. It's some kind of rice and some kind of sweet milk in the rice mixed into it, along with some kind of strange flavorings.
It tastes good to me. It's I'll keep eating.
Yeah, tastes a little strange. Maybe a little bit sour, a little bit sweet, but
As long
Frank-
as it's not gonna kill me.
no. Frank, you gonna avoid this one too?
No, he will assess it for its blandness and eat accordingly.
It's kind of sweet
Fine.
and a little bit sour.
Mhm.
And Dr. Jones,
Yes.
you having breakfast too, or
Yeah.
okay?
Sorry, I thought I'd said I was going to eat as well.
Yeah.
Right.
After you're finished, his chamberlain will bring you downstairs. There are rifles sitting down there. There's many boxes of ammunition. There's armor, backpacks.
Rifles, ammo, water, backpacks.
How much ammo?
There are 3 boxes per gun. So that's about 60 rounds.
So rifle and 60 rounds each.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And hang on, I know the next question is going to be, well, how much damage does it do? What's the range on it? All that. So just give me a sec. He's got to figure out what he can give you. I can't be giving out like oh yeah, that's 10,000 CP rifle. The cool thing is, I don't know if it was Dominic or Chris, but one of those two was apparently a pretty big gun banana. So I was like, just about any of the cool guns that you can imagine from the 90s made it into the book, including a few that didn't exist at the time. But I mean, they have like anything from the Steyr to the Barrett to the Glock and the H&K and everything else.
I think I remember using a Steyr in a video game or something like something like that in Half-Life 2. It was one of the FPSs I remember playing that you had like that kind of shape of a gun.
I don't know what you talk about.
I don't know. Don't mind me.
Okay. So basically, there are 4 AK-47s, which are, if you need to know, they're 7.62 millimeter Russian assault rifles. They do 2d8 damage each. They crit on a 20. They have a 70-foot range increment, which this is using the old range increments chart, so that means you could effectively maximum range like 5 times whatever your range is. So that'd be about like out to 350 feet. I forget how that translates into British, but
It translates to 350 feet, doesn't it?
Or
okay.
about 100 meters.
Yeah.
We're a bit schizophrenic about measurements in this country.
It can do single shot or it can do auto fire, and they have 30 round box magazines on them. So each one holds 30 rounds. They weigh about 10 pounds.
Do they have a scope on them?
No. Already got pistols, so he's not worried about giving you pistols.
Would he be able to give us a couple more cell things for the laser pistol?
Yeah, he can give you a few more cells.
How many?
About 5.
Ooh.
Yeah.
20 round. That's 20 shots per. So
You
Yeah,
can make
so-
a lot of glass.
yeah, you make a lot of glass with that. You already have melee weapons, but if anybody requests like something additional, they can get that.
How much ammo do we have for the AK-47?
60 rounds apiece.
60 rounds each.
Okay.
That's
Does
basically
he have a
2 clips worth.
Does he have a better sword?
The only thing that's going to be better than that is going to be like plasma or power.
Well, I mean, just like aesthetically, because this was kind of a scratch-built one. So,
Oh well, yeah. Aesthetically, he can get you a better one.
okay, cool.
But I mean, damage-wise, that's going to be the same. So.
Yeah, that's fine. Just want something a bit more aesthetically pleasing.
See, one of his guards actually carries, I mean, what looks like it's a frickin' sword, but it's actually looks like a whole 3 foot or 2.5 foot long chainsaw. It's literally a chainsword.
Brum brum.
Yep. There's some badass weapons. Of course, they're also like 3,000 corium. So. Although the top end sword that they make is called a warp field sword, and it's worth 15,000 corium pieces. Good luck finding one.
Do they have any power packs for stun batons?
No,
Damn.
that's a lot more than what he's got.
Would they
I-
like a stun baton? Because it seems like we're never going to be able to use them. Perhaps they could
You never know.
make use of them.
They'll offer you
I mean,
your.
this is not my thinking. It's Dr. Jones's. Like,
Right.
we-
They'll
we've
offer you your.
and not found any power packs. Seems like probably don't need to carry this thing around.
They will offer you your choice between leather armor or chainmail.
Some chainmail would be nice.
Okay, I gotta figure out what that. I gotta convert that over to other dust now. That be the trick whenever you're going back and forth with systems. Let's see. Okay. If you're taking the leather, it's going to be armor class 6. If you're taking the encumbrance 1, if you're taking the chainmail, it's going to be armor class 5, encumbrance 2. And inside the backpacks are several days worth of basically what amounts to preserved food, as well as about 6 liters worth of water. Which in Darwin's world, there's a minimum of at least 1 liter of water per day per person before they start to dehydrate.
How many liters? How much food again? I'm sorry.
6 days worth of water, basically 6 liters of water. And about 12 days worth of food.
Thank you. Noting that down.
Plus what we already had.
Mm-hmm. You're also given a map. I mean, it's basically hand drawn, but it shows you the path, or at least the road that they use from this settlement to the Ree, and it's also got like locations of other settlements along the way.
Thank him profusely for all this assistance.
I'll be expecting a return on my investment.
What exactly do you want us to bring?
You're ancients. You'll bring something out of there, and you'll be wanting to trade it or use it in some way.
And where will we meet? Here?
Our cartels come through here once a month. If it's not me, it'll be another water baron of some kind.
And it's okay to bring things to another water baron.
Of course, everybody needs water.
But you're all connected. There's not a rivalry between you and other water barons.
Only in so much as what we have. Don't worry, I'll find a way to get back on my return on my investment.
Well, I did promise you 2 robot wives.
And I'm sure you'll have them the next time I'm here.
Well, I'd rather get them to you than to, another water baron, unless one is much the same as another. That's all I'm trying to establish is, do you all look alike?
You asking her? Or are you asking him or what?
I'm asking him, I'm kind of being racist as well as a...
Having to laugh about it.
Yeah, Dr. Jones is a fucking asshole.
Fixing other people's problems to escape from his own.
Yeah.
Typical doctor. All right. Well, so you got some gear, you got some packs, you got some ammo, you got some weapons, you got some armor. You got a destination.
I'm going to presume that this is like a hunter-gatherer society mostly, right?
Yeah, hunter, gatherer, scavenger.
And it's low-tech.
Mostly. I mean, there's elements of tech here and there. There's tools and things where they can get them.
But over the course of a month, we've spent time with 2 of these representatives. So I kind of figure that we will have seen that they, like a lot of these things, like a lot of these sort of people, a bit like Ötzi found up in the mountains from sort of 3,500 years ago, they have kind of survival kits, right? They have stuff that they always regularly carry for lighting fires, for cleaning, water, etc., etc.
Yeah, they do.
That's what I want.
Okay.
So we don't have to rely on stuff that we can't repair and can't replace.
Wise man. Yeah. Actually, the 2 natives that y'all came in here with will give you one as a gift. Oh, and Frank, you do find something extra in your backpack.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll pull out. It's a very, very, very old, somewhat worse for wear, but mostly serviceable version of the King James Bible.
who casting around? Does anybody look guilty? They've tried to palm this off.
No, it was in your pack. Obviously, it's the Mandarin's gift.
Well, to be honest, I think he'd be better off keeping it himself. But I appreciate the gesture. But unless he's around to thank personally, I won't mention it.
Oh, and Dr. Jones, yeah, you will find another decent-sized little bottle of sticky brown stuff to go in your pipe.
Well, I will attempt to ration that out in such a way that I'm not going to get horrible withdrawals and be even more of an ass.
It's a vicious cycle.
Yes. Well, what now, people?
I guess we set off.
Wandering across the desert.
So he didn't send a guard with us, right?
You didn't ask for one. I mean, he offered, but...
Yeah, he offered, but I turned it down. I just wanted to know whether he pushed the issue or not.
Nah. But at least you got your map, and you have a compass, so...
And we have a goal.
You have a goal.
Sex robots for everyone.
Yeah. Was not my intention, but okay.
Well, there'll be technology there as well, hopefully.
Oh, yeah.
Is it clear from the map that they've given us, at least? Because earlier you described the kind of tourist map, and it was things that were red circled, but it wasn't clear to me whether it was things that they were circled to avoid or circled as useful. Does the map that they've given us give any indication of which is which?
Well, those things aren't marked on the map they gave you.
What is then?
What they marked on the map that you found was those are missile silo sites.
Okay, so what's how is the map that they've given us distinct?
Well, it doesn't show those. Since it's been hand done, all it basically shows you is the route they use.
To re.
Mm-hmm.
So what's our first stop on our way then, according to this map?
Well, unless you go into the actual city of Round Mountain, which might be an adventure unto itself.
If that's one you have prepared, I will suggest that we go into the city.
Oh no, I don't have it prepared. It's
Okay.
but I sandbox.
Are
I
we
only
gonna
use prepared
continue,
stuff
or
whenever
are
I
we
have
gonna-
to.
Are we going to continue? Or are we going to sign off soon?
Oh, are you getting tired?
Yeah.
Well,
It seems like a natural break point.
it
Yeah,
does.
It's
also,
11 o'clock here as well.
All right. Well, it is almost time, I guess. So, yeah. Why don't we stop here,
Cool.
and you guys can get stuff sorted. I'll see about circulating a Darwin's World book for you guys, so you can at least
Oh,
have
yeah.
some idea.
If anyone needs it. Oh, wait, not Darwin's World. No, sorry, I've got...
Of the
They
dust.
have like most of the stuff for Darwin's World, so you don't need to.
I know. But I think that Neil and Grim need it though.
Oh yeah, I was just saying for myself.
So okay. thank y'all for tuning in, and thanks for having a game with me again. And what next week is? What are you running next week?
It's Space 1889 next week.
Oh,
Ubiquity version.
Yes.
Are you still looking for players for that one?
Sorry, what?
Are you still looking for players for that one?
Yes, yeah. I've had a few people say they want to play, but they need
Did I
to.
say I want to?
You can say you want to, yeah.
I didn't know if I did already.
Do I need to say I want to play? I'm there.
I kind of assume you and T-shirt are available.
Yeah.
yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah, I work from home and have no life, so like.
Yeah, me
Same.
too.
We don't have things like girlfriends.
I have a girlfriend, but like she's busy watching someone else's stream, not mine.
Oh wow. Okay. Huh?
And I think I hear the dulcet sounds of Diablo being thrashed from the other room.
Is she addicted to Diablo 4?
Yeah.
I figured.
Oh, she's up. I'll send you my gamer tag.
Cool.
Your wife is so cool, dude. She is. She's a keeper. But anyway. All right. Well,
Do you want to know what characters are available for next week?
I do, yes.
We have Lieutenant Emerton Curtis Foster of the Wiltshire Regiment. His fiancée or wife, haven't quite decided yet. But defying normal convention, she's not a capable adventuress. She's bloody useless.
Mhm.
That's me. I'll do that.
Bernhard, the big game hunter. He's German. Christine Cox is a Pinkerton from the States. Raban Teufel is a Marxist terrorist.
oh God, I've got to play that character.
And Oguro Kazuhiro is a Japanese diplomatic attaché to the Germans.
I think I want to play the Pinkerton just because.
I feel like I should play the Marxist, but if T-shirt wants the Marxist, I can play someone else.
Look, I'll take the big game just so I can say, oh yeah, we're going to go out and shoot lions, and then afterward we're going to go to the club, listen to some Kraftwerk, and have a few
You're
beers.
about 100 years too early for Kraftwerk.
Shit. I know.
Yeah, a Marxist is close enough to a peasant, though.
Okay, so instead we will go to the club and violate a few Martians.
Yes. We're going to hunt some big Martian game, yeah. Then afterwards we go to the club for the Umpa music, and then later I'll shit in your mouth.
For German, it's very strange, yes. Let's get a little bit of that opium from the Englishman first, and then, we shall go and have interesting oil wrestling lessons together.
Cause it's a strudel.
But
we
for today's session.
should play hide the knish.
Yes, experience points. We were going by Scarlet Heroes XP system, weren't we?
We were. Isn't it like 1 per session?
I believe so. But you let us level last time because you were very nice.
I did.
But you won't
I did.
let us this time.
Come on now. Twice?
Well, I mean, I could maybe put some points into shooting and be able to hit something.
I don't think that's possible. I saw your dice rolls.
I have already put points into shooting and still can't hit shit.
Am I able to level up?
Yeah, I'll let you level up.
Okay, thank you.
But yes, the rest of you will just have to wait until next session.
Yeah.
I figure that's progression, Actually, it's kind of funny, Grim. I was just thinking about this during the break. If I ever finish building the role-playing game I want, I think I'm going to emphasize second level. as a major milestone in an adventurer's career, because it seems like that survival from first to second level is so important. But once you get to second level, you should get more of a breathing space and then every other level should just be kind of like just adding to your experience. You know what I mean?
Incremental, yeah.
Yeah, because it seems like second level is like kind of when you should get all of your good stuff instead of at super high levels. I don't know.
That makes sense to me. What are we going to be talking about on Tuesday?
Oh, Tuesday. Nobody has answered the poll. I put a poll up and nobody has responded to it.
I did see that, and I was about to type a comment, and I got lured away somewhere else. And when I came back, I couldn't find the bloody thing again. Where is it? This was you put up a thing on your YouTube account. I think is where I saw it, since I'm not on any other social media.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see it. So
I'm wondering if that's not what happened. Is like nobody saw it.
Is it meant to be in the community tab?
It's supposed to be in the posts tab. Let's see.
Oh yeah. What do you want us to discuss? No, it's there. It's there in the community tab. Yeah.
Okay.
Community tab. All right. Okay. I'll track it down.
All right. Well, until then, we'll figure out something between now and then.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank y'all for being with us today, and hope you enjoy, and definitely hang out with us next week. And the dog says goodbye too.
That furry prostitute.